This is always ready, Matt Cardona, the internet champion and the host of the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast. But there's another podcast I want you to check out, and that is the Crash and Burn Podcast. Check it out every single episode. Make sure you subscribe, comment, like, do all that fun stuff, and you never know. Maybe one day you'll see the Crash and Burn Podcast take on the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast in the middle of the ring. And you know who's going to win? Me. Because you guys, you're not always ready. Crash and Burn!
Hello, everybody. Non-binary, fluid, trans, men and women of the world. Hello. It is I, Lucas Sancio, and today we've seen on the Moshcast cinematic analysis, but let's bring this to Crash and Burn. We got a list here, and we're going to do our top 10 favorite wrestlers of all time.
Damn right.
Here, with 5 amazing people, and returning down there. I haven't seen in over a month, I believe. And, yeah, it kind of returned too. I don't know how long they have been on, but we'll get into that. But before we get into our returns here, let's do the 3 people that have been on here and basically carrying the load over here on the podcast. And let's just start off first. Again, you see him upload, you see him do a lot of things for us. They basically start the whole entire thing, and now we all here 2 years later. It is Jason Bailey.
The Minecraft guy.
I figure why not we expand on this podcast since we've done the same thing for about 2 years. It's time to take a step back and do something different.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly. Great changes. And second of all, this is basically, and I say the annoying ass riddle of this damn group, because how much he gets on my fucking nerves every single fucking day of the week. And so many times I want to punch him in the face. I just want to commit a crime or some shit. Like jail for like murder or some shit. It's AJ.
I figured it was.
Hey. Oh,
What's
God.
up, everyone? Welcome to the fastest rising
Oh, of
podcast
course.
about professional fucking wrestling. The Crash and fucking Burn Wrestling Podcast, where we are doing our top 10 favorite wrestlers. It's good to be here as always, and let's get the shit started.
Third of all, this is a man that pretty much has his head up his ass every single day. I'm kidding.
No.
And
He's fun to make fun of.
we make fun of him a lot. Some days, I just want to punch him in the face. I love him to death, though. It's Josh.
I know. You can love me, hate me, punch me like I'm a punching bag, but hey, you can flip me off.
Wow.
I'm a god. Hey, I'm nice here. Hey, but
You're too nice.
don't get on the devil's side of my fate, but
Stop
also,
being nice, damn it.
hey, welcome back to Crash and Burn. It's your boy, the assassin, Josh Danker here. Welcome back. We're making some changes around here. We're doing some construction here on Crash and Burn. Top 10. Well, Braun Strowman's in charge of that construction because the Strowman Express is slowly coming back in. But we're doing top 10 favorite wrestlers of all time. Definitely something I've been wanting to do for a while. I've always wanted to share my top 10 favorite wrestlers growing up with pretty much all our subscribers and people watching out there. And I'm sure all of you guys have been wanting to, and why they're your favorites. So, hey, I'm excited to do this. This should be really fun. Let's get into it.
Yes, and 2 of our returns. All right. So first, on a college campus right now, and again, he's on the same boat as I am with colleges, and 4 out of the 6 of us are doing colleges, and great to see him back to talk about his favorite wrestlers, and basically, again, our favorite New Japan guru, and also our favorite just wrestler guru in general that expands out and just deep dives into it. Like some of us here got a foot or just a whole body in it, but he goes head first into it. It's Nicholas.
What's up, everybody? It's been a minute since I've done one of these, and I think this is the first top 10 video you guys are doing, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm glad glad I could have made it for this one. This is a very, very cool concept. I've never really done something like this before. So yeah, I'm very excited to do this. And honestly, it got me thinking a little bit because I've never really I've thought about oh, this guy's really cool and this wrestler, oh, I love how he does that. But I've never really compiled this guy is absolutely one of my favorites of all time. And I've never really tried to put that into perspective with all of these wrestlers, the thousands of these people that I have seen throughout my, I want to say, 7 years of watching professional wrestling. So yeah, no, there's a lot to unpack, and I'm really looking forward to do that. And I'm really looking forward to see who you guys have as some of your faves.
Yeah. Last but certainly not least, again, this basically my partner in crime, but know them for I guess it was 2 years now, which is kind of crazy to think about now.
Almost 3.
Almost 3 years, y'all. Almost 3 fucking years. Again, it's something a little new about them. You see again the little change with the glasses and everything like that. You see the changes and everything like that. But this is not no half. This is no quarter. This is no half full Sid. But now we got a full on Sid.
Absolutely. I get claps. Oh shit! Oh shit! Okay.
Woo!
Oh my gosh. Hi. I'm back for the first time in I don't know what's under my camera, but okay.
Crash the Castle.
Exorcist?
Oh wow.
Thanks.
Very nice.
Thank you.
No, I'm boot AJ because you disappeared.
I was gonna say, anyways, yes, I am back for a video that's not a prediction or a review for the first time. Hello, I'm here. I'm back. It's good to be back.
Hell yeah.
All right, so what we're gonna do again? I got some other mentions. Sid, you got some other mentions, I believe too.
Yeah, 4.
I got some.
Josh, you got some. How many you have, Sid?
I have 4.
You got 4. Josh.
Oh, look at this cameo.
What?
Yo, look at this motherfucker. Oh my god.
Julian's frozen.
Whole fucking house in the
Oh, damn it.
Frozen.
Damn it, Julian.
Julian.
Woo!
We're matching.
Julian, you are not frozen. You're good. Hey, look at the rep. Oh. I have one hand to use. Let's go.
I have one hand to use.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
I literally called this. I told Julian this. I was like, it'd be really cool if you came on for a top 10 video.
Wow. Oh my god. Look at this. Look at this squad.
Yeah.
Look at this.
I told Sid that I couldn't come on tonight.
I knew you were lying.
Yeah.
Just by how you were telling me as
Yeah.
Me
They know my acting skills. Not good.
He like Triple H scheduled a return yet. We're gonna have him return on this episode.
Yes.
Yeah, this is a fucking Triple H podcast. 3 returns in 1 episode.
Yeah, that's right. Returns.
Yeah, there's 3 returns.
It's all out 2021 all over again. Just fucking one after another. Everybody's coming in.
Oh my god. All right.
So let me get the introduction. Y'all settle down. Again, this is well. Let me do it. I got you, Julian. All right. So it's been a while since I've seen them on Crash and Burn. I don't know how long it's been.
It's been since August of last year.
Yeah, last year.
Wow.
It's been a while. Wow. It's been a while, but Julian, welcome back.
Woo!
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
Join me in the clap. Come on.
Hellfire Club representing. My name is Julian Purnell, the Heavy Metal Joker. Yada yada, IGTV content, Moshcast, cinematic analysis, yada yada. So, yeah, I'm excited to be back for a one-time appearance.
Hey,
Yeah,
Julian.
for some reason, I cannot see Julian on my screen.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Julian, you're frozen.
Yeah, his camera's frozen, but audio I can hear.
Yeah, we can hear you. Okay, now it's
Technical
God
issues. Gotta love the technical issues all the damn time.
God damn it, Hunter, what are you doing in the back?
That's
damn
good.
this guy.
It was
Kevin, get out of the production truck. I thought I fired you. Broad,
Oh, there we go.
Broad, this isn't CYN. Get out of here.
There we go.
What bullshit?
Alright,
Well,
Okay.
let's have this a
Lucas,
secret for a
continue.
month now.
Julian, continue.
Hey, motherfuckers! Hellfire Club representing here. Gotcha. I remember seeing the photo on Instagram, and I saw the Hellfire Club show. I was like, oh, I gotta. But yeah, Julian Purnell, Heavy Metal Joker, content creator, yada yada.
Content creator guy.
Yes, it has been since NXT TakeOver 36 prediction last year.
Wow. Oh
I think I was surprised on that as well.
Yes, it did. And then I remember asking Julian if he wants to come on, and it's been a secret between me and him.
Wow.
Was it
What
a
a
secret?
terrible secret, because I fucking knew.
The worst kept secret. The worst kept secret.
Wait, Buddy Matthews?
He's the best kept secret.
I fired him.
Julian, do you have honorable mentions?
I do not.
Okay, so it's just
This
me,
is last
Lucas, and
minute.
Josh.
All right, so who's going first?
You, because you have more.
All right, so I'm gonna go to 16 to 14,
Okay.
so I can match up.
Okay.
So I'll mention. I know it's kind of shocking he's not on my list, but I just haven't got much into his career the way I wanted to. I'll mention number 16 goes to Shawn Michaels.
Okay.
And the reason why I don't have my top 10, he is no doubt one of the best performers of all time. No doubt, in my opinion. Look at his matches with Kurt Angle and Undertaker. Those are one of his better matches that I have seen. But the reason why he's not on my list, because like back then his antics were like very shitty back then. And it kind of played a factor of mine too. Like he was great, but again, it was great for him also to change up, also kind of like his antics as well. So that's also great to see for Shawn Michaels. One of the greatest performers all time. And I definitely deserves that he's in the Hall of Fame. I definitely do want to see. Is he solo in the Hall of Fame? Is he solo in the Hall of Fame?
I think no. He's
Yeah.
in with the X. He's in with the X
He has
as well.
two. No, HBK has one by himself and another with DX.
Yeah.
Okay.
I doubt we'll get the Rockers because Marty Jannetty.
Yeah.
I don't think it deserves to be on there, in my opinion. But number 15 goes to two tag team. But actually one tag team, actually, my bad. It goes to both Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano.
Yeah.
So the reason why they're both on my list, and I couldn't separate them because I love them both equally. I love Ciampa. Ciampa is one of my favorite heels in NXT. One of the greatest heels in NXT, in my personal opinion.
I agree.
Because he was vicious and he was so good in his rivalry with Gargano.
So
and every single takeover he put on great matches day in and day out. Same thing with Gargano. I'm glad he's back. I'm glad he's back to Raw. I'm glad he's back to wrestling because he can put on great matches with anybody. Same thing with Shawn Michaels. And number 14 may shock some people. What I got, person from New Japan that was in New Japan and part of the Bullet Club. I have the cleaner, the best boxer.
Yeah.
There you go.
Omega at number 14. So Kenny, to me, when I first introduced him at 2017, I believe, it was his mockery of the New Day with both the Young Bucks. And yeah, the sweep and all this type of bullshit. It was that back then. And I remember the first match I watched. It was Wrestle Kingdom 12. No, it was Okada. I think it was Wrestle Kingdom 10 or something like that.
Wrestle
Yeah.
Kingdom 11, I think it was.
11.
Yeah,
It was,
because
it was
I
the
watched.
Wrestle
That was
Kingdom.
my first Omega match too. That was my first Omega match as well.
And
I watched that.
I just was able to hook on because Kenny had been a great performer since then. Ever since he was the leader of Bullet Club, he got his career started. That's what I think with him. He got his career started, and he's just a great wrestler. His gear, every single time delivers. Terminator gear. He had the Underworld gear. I don't remember which one it was. He had a Hans gear, I believe it was on 1 and 2. He had it was Street Fighter gear.
Yeah.
His gear's also great too. That's what number 1 also is gonna be up pretty high too, in my personal opinion. And yeah, that is my list.
Yeah, quick.
For 16 to 14. Sid.
Well, I have an extra one. So I have 15, so I'm going to go 15 to 11.
All right.
You're going to like this, but you're also going to be mad at me, Lucas. Number 15, I have Rey Mysterio. Did not make it on my list.
Oh, I thought that'd be...
He did at least make it in top 15.
Who?
Rey Mysterio. Because he was one... I should probably preface this. I used to watch wrestling when I was younger with my brother and his friends and all that, and then I just kind of like stopped. And I don't remember why, but I stopped. And I recently, this year, got back into it. So a lot of these are like from my childhood and ones that I currently watch, and you know. So Rey was definitely one of those. He was one of the first that I watched growing up, and I'll always have like a soft spot for him. That was like one of the things that me and Lucas like talked about when I got back into wrestling. I was like, yeah, I like Rey Mysterio. He goes, what? He was so happy that
I mean, how can you not love Rey Mysterio? I mean,
yeah, of course. Number 14, we have, if I butcher his last name, I apologize. Finn Baylor, I think that's how you pronounce it.
Finn Balor.
I'm so sorry.
Okay. It's all good.
I always get mixed up. Anyways, I really like him as a heel, to be honest, so I really love what he's doing right now with Judgment Day. And I had a feeling that it was gonna happen before it happened, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know. I just had a feeling, and I really love what he's doing right now, and seeing him heel, just phenomenal. Number 13, you're gonna be like, why the fuck is he on your list? I have The Miz.
Yeah, you're
I like that.
Dude,
I have The Miz on my list. Yes, he's a great wrestler, but I also saw him on TV before he was wrestling.
Yes.
So that's why I have kind of like a soft spot for him. He's also just like ridiculous and funny, and
he's fucking hilarious.
I love the dude.
My
so
balls
funny.
are massive. Yeah,
massive. I love him. He's so funny. Number 12. I could not add her after what I've seen recently with her. But number 12, we have Liv Morgan.
Really?
Ooh.
I have said this before. When I first got back into wrestling and I saw Liv, I was like, okay, I'm not really like into it, but I think she has the potential. So I kept watching her stuff, and the more that I did, it was like the more she grew with her career. And I will continue to say this again and again. Her working with Rhea and then having the overturn happen, and then her working with everybody that she worked with, and now best career decision ever. It has helped her tremendously, and she has proven a lot of people wrong. And I give her mad fucking props for that. Now, at number 11, we have The Undertaker.
Oh,
could not
you got
him on my list.
You gotta have him. Yeah.
He was a soft spot for me as a kid. I loved his look. I loved everything about it. It was probably my favorite growing up. But yeah, that's my honorable mentions list.
All right. I actually forgot I had 13 and 11 to get through. I forgot.
You can go through those if you want.
Well, I don't want to leave Josh out. I don't want to leave Josh out. So Josh, you go.
All right. So I have some honorable mentions. I mean, of course, I can't add all of my favorites in one list, but
that list is big.
A couple that I've added. So First one, love me or hate me, with what's going on with him right now. The best in the world, CM Punk. Love me or hate me.
I mean,
all right. You can't leave him out. You can't leave him out.
I mean, promo.
I
Promo. He is like arguably one of the best.
Promo-wise,
you can't really.
Great on the mic.
Dude's,
yeah, he's good. Second, same thing as Lucas. You can tell by my T-shirt.
Ooh, yeah.
Since I first started watching New Japan around his time as the leader of the Bullet Club, I was instantly hooked. I was like, people were telling me, you got to check out this guy. This guy puts on great matches. It was definitely the match with Chris Jericho that made me become a bigger fan of Kenny Omega, because I'm like, these are two of the greatest wrestlers, one of this generation, one of the past generation, still one of the greatest of this generation. But that match hooked me on for being a bigger fan of Kenny Omega's. Number 3, I'll put up here. He's probably the man who's taken Kenny Omega's place since he left New Japan. The Billy Goat himself, Will Ospreay.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, no, he
And then, Lucas, you're going to like my next one, because I know how much you like this guy a lot. Kota Ibushi.
Oh,
yes! Hell yeah!
Dude, oh my God.
I'm actually gonna guess. I got some honorable mentions as well. I added in my head.
My next one. This one's gonna be a shocker, because I love this guy when he came up in NXT. I watched his matches back then in Japan. I wish he was still in NXT, but I know how much he was fed up, due to his release. Kushida. And then this one's another good one. After his match, with Eddie Kingston at All Out, this guy gave me a lot of respect. I gotta go with Ihishi. Exactly.
Yeah, Ishii. Let's go.
Next,
I got.
Yeah. Next one that I have is he was one of my favorite wrestlers when I was a kid. I always loved this guy. It sucks they didn't treat him right in his last, time with WWE. He's competed all over the world. I'm gonna go with John Morrison.
Momo, yes.
Very
underrated, one of the very best underrated high flyers in the company. You can't go wrong with any of his matches. Hey, Austin Aries, you were a dick you were a stupid dick because you thought he kicked out.
Suck my ass.
Next.
What ass?
Next one. You'll probably know his catchphrase after I say his name. Adam Cole, baby.
Baby.
Adam Cole, I watched his matches from New Japan to ROH, and when he was on his way over to WWE, I'm like, this guy's gonna be a main event star. Wherever he goes, even when I said if he even gets released by WWE or if he chooses to leave, he's gonna be a star everywhere else. And look, he showed up at All Out 2021, and he's one of AEW's top guys. It sucks he's injured, but come back soon. Next, I gotta go with one of the greatest technical wrestlers of all time.
Josh, hold on. Julian has something to say.
Go ahead, Julian.
I was actually going to tell you about that old Adam Cole AEW thing. Apparently, now that Triple H is running WWE, he kind of wants to go back.
I kind of feel like, like Fish, O'Reilly. Then I'm like, ooh, what's this?
Oh, yeah, Bobby Fish is already gone.
Yeah, and Fish left.
Yeah,
so,
and Bobby apparently is going to be on his way back to the WWE. Which
undisputed All Elite or whatever the hell storyline. That's fucked. That's just not happening anymore.
Yeah, but hey, honestly, whenever Adam Cole decides, whatever Kyle O'Reilly decides, they could link back up with Roderick Strong and they could do a main roster run because it's long overdue.
Yeah, Hunter, I trust you.
Them against Imperium again. Come on.
Yes.
Oh.
But I was saying I have probably the greatest technical wrestler of this generation. And he's actually competing in a match next Wednesday on Dynamite. I'm going with the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. I mean,
hey,
yeah, there you go.
No.
Shut the fuck.
Thank you.
What the fuck?
Shut up.
Get that in a minute.
I've always loved Bryan Danielson. Ever since when I first started, when he was just a small guy in NXT. No beard, no long hair, nothing. Looked like a rookie. Just trying to do big things. And then they fired him. Back then when he joined the yellow and black stable known as the Nexus. Which was basically NXT season 1. All the rookies, they were in one faction. And damn you, dude, John Cena, you didn't have to bury them like that.
Oh, he did. It's Cena. He had to.
Yes. But, ever since he stepped foot in AEW, Bryan Danielson, I've been liking this version of him a lot more. He's putting on, he likes to work with a lot of the young guys. I kind of want to see him work with a lot more. I want to see him go against Darby, maybe Guevara. A lot of the guys that we haven't seen yet. So
yeah,
and then this one I had to put him on my list. He's no longer here with us. His death changed the world in the wrestling business. He was just one of the greatest wrestlers and probably one of the greatest people outside of the ring. I'm gonna go with the late great Mr. Brody Lee.
Yeah.
So, I mean, when they split up the Wyatt family, I kind of wanted to see what he would do on his own. And I liked, him, I was saying wherever he goes, they're going to treat him right. And I thank Tony Khan for giving him the TNT title, before he got ill and before he got sick. And, I wish he was still alive and here today, but, his matches live on, If you ever want to go back and watch his matches, they're still there. And, a lot of wrestlers look up to Brody, and a lot of wrestlers, are going to follow in his footsteps, especially -1 as the leader of the Dark Order. So,
yeah.
I'm almost done. I have 2 more. Next, this guy has really, really impressed me since his split from a guy we know named Max Jacob Friedman. He's the current TNT champion. He's probably one of the best wrestlers out there right now on AEW.
Oh yeah.
Gotta go with Mr. Mayhem, Wardlow.
This is
Wardlow.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Wardlow Wednesday.
When they split Wardlow up from MJF, I was like, thank you, God, because this guy needed to go on his own. I'm sorry. I'm like, Wardlow did not have to be up MJF's ass. It's like, like, give the guy a singles push, see if he could win gold, Sure, they gave him the TNT title, as he deserved that title. And, Wardlow, he's been doing a lot of good things in AEW, and I hope they give him a world title run. That's what I want to see. I want to see a lot of these newer guys get a world title push instead of guys that we've seen already, like, Moxley. I mean, Moxley's a great champion, but
No, Mox is fine. Mox is fine.
Yeah, but goddamn guys in their 50s, 40s, 30s. But yeah. And finally, it's time to do some cowboy shiz in this bitch.
Hangman.
And
the
Adam,
the Wang Man, let's go. Yeah.
When you first started, I wanted him to be the face of the company. I wanted him to be world champion and stuff like that. I'm like, you had to put the title on Jericho at the very first All Out.
I hated that.
I wanted him to win so bad.
But
I was like, fuck.
It made sense in a way.
It made sense. And plus, the payoff was amazing for that.
Sense. I'm like,
you need that.
Someone the crowd is familiar with. Maybe his time is not ready yet, but sure enough, his time came when he beat Kenny Omega at Full Gear, and then everybody was very happy.
Yeah,
and
my only complaint is the payoff to the payoff was just shit with a certain somebody winning the title, and that was.
And he got hurt the following night.
It's kind of okay. It's kind of how I'm gonna say this. I hate to be this kind of dick, but I don't care. It's funny how CM Punk has the WWE title for 434 days, but as AEW champion for 2 times, he only had it for 6 days.
Yeah, sadly. And then, Hangman finally won the title, and I wish he had a longer reign, but no. We had all the CM Punk fans were like, "Oh, we want to see CM Punk with a world title in 2022. He could do it. He could still win a title." And then but I'm saying Hangman had a solid reign, but not as long as I wanted it to be. But that's my list for my honorable mentions.
Can we get?
I got a couple more. All right, I just added.
Oh, wow.
So with and then the order I'm gonna go Julian, Sid, Nicholas, me, AJ, Jason, and Josh.
Okay.
So just tell me what.
All right.
I might write that down, so forget.
right.
So my other mentions goes to the Switchblade.
Hey.
Ever since he became the leader of Bullet Club, he elevated his career.
Oh yeah.
He has not been stopped ever since, and I love Jay White. His rivalry right now with Tonga has been great, and I hope Tonga gets the title soon. Speaking of Tonga, he's on my list too. I cannot leave Tonga out because he is so damn good when he talks. Hell, when he had the long hair and everything like that, this man was shooting on everyone.
Oh yeah.
He called out FTR. He called out I think he called out the Usos. He called out the Usos. He called out a lot of people, and he was ready. I just love the guy. I love he's doing this solo thing. I hope he gets titled soon. But moving on to 13.
Yeah.
Host, the innovator of violence, the most unscripted violence that in AEW. I had to put him on my list. Jon Moxley.
Yeah.
Oh, woo!
Mox, baby.
I did not put Seth on my list. I wanted to put Seth on my list. But the reason why I didn't put Seth on my list is because of 2019. That was his worst year.
Yeah.
And
yeah, that was shit.
Moxley too.
Burn it.
Moxley, like, reinvented himself in AEW ever since then. Man has not looked back at all.
You okay? You okay there, Sid? You're doing all right?
It's dying.
He's dying from the lack of Seth on your list. Add him on. Put Seth on the
dying
list.
from the lack of Seth Rollins on your list.
Put him on the list. What are you waiting for?
But
how dare you not
just made
turn it down?
You know what? You just made the list.
I was joking. I'm dumb.
All right, let me continue with this. Now, I personally think his story of, like, coming back from coming back from rehab and, like, be great. Like, he has made, like, great changes in his life, and I hope he continues that change. Number 12 is kind of shocking because number 1 was tag team with this guy. Number 12 is Batista. And I not believe because when he won the world championship against Triple H, his career skyrocketed.
Yes, it did. Big Dick Dave.
Why? Fuck, I mentioned his dick on his podcast.
AJ, how big
is not the
Batista's
first time
How
that
big?
has been mentioned on
How
this
big
podcast.
is Batista's?
Come on. How big is Batista's dick?
How
Come on.
heavy
What
is
you say?
Batista's?
No.
First of all,
How
can blame-
long?
Ask that question.
you can blame AJ for the fact that Dick has been mentioned more than once on this podcast.
How deep is Batista's
That makes
scrotum?
sense.
That
makes
needs to be told me.
What
You
did I
don't
do?
ask that
You don't
question
deserve to
here.
talk.
All right. Continue.
Continue.
All right, okay. So with Batista, again, I just love like when he had the suit on, like he had a promo. I love his entrance all the time with the machine gun and with the spotlight to himself. Like, I just love, like, his character. You know, when he was a face, he was great. But also the heel
Is better.
It was better, honestly. Honestly better when he turned on Rey Mysterio. And that kind of hurt me as a child. Like, when I first saw that, that hurt me, man.
Oh, what? When he attacked Rey Mysterio?
Yeah.
Rey Mysterio.
We have to get.
Broke my heart.
I mean, we have to give an honorable mention to Batista, of course. I mean, the world would not be the same without
world
him in
exploded
our
when that-
lives.
Yeah,
no.
we have Blue Tista.
He had 3 different shades of blue.
Blue Tista.
All right, and number 11. And again, he is one of the greatest, but just not my favorite, and just didn't edge out my top 10. Number 11 goes to the Apex Predator, the Legend Killer, Randy Orton.
Yeah,
And
man.
of course,
Again, I can only do half the pose.
one
Half the
of the
pose.
greatest heels of all time, and no one can tell me different. From what he did with the Legend Killer, Mick Foley, and the Undertaker, from 09, from him DDT Seventh Man and give her a kiss,
Damn.
and
Orton's
punching the shit out of people. Like, he was an example of a person that does not give a shit, and I love it. Every time when he's face or heel, he's not that. He's just Randy. And I love it. Again, I love what
Hi, Randy.
I was gonna say with RK Bro. Like, he did great with RK Bro. And I don't know, gonna do something on his own with, I know he's injured right now. I know he's gonna be on his own or gonna be with together. I don't know. But we'll see with that. But yeah, Randy Orton deserves to be on my list. Again, he was one of the greatest superstars of our generation, and also the greatest superstars of all time, and most accomplished as well. Again, you can't be most accomplished without saying Randy Orton.
Exactly.
And that is my list. So, Julian, you start off first. On number 10.
Okay. Holy shit, you guys talk a lot. Okay, so my number 10 is the only masked wrestler I have on my list.
Yeah.
Pentagon Jr., Pentagon Dark, Penta El Zero, you name it, he's the fucking best. He is literally the fucking best. If it was not for Lucha Underground, no one in the United States would know who Penta was.
Exactly. Good point.
Yeah. And also, like, he was already a big deal in Mexico. And, like, just, like, the whole origin story of, like, Octagon was the hero and Pentagon was the villain. And just how more popular Pentagon got than Octagon did. But it's just, like, just his character. He's able to adapt to some of the best character work ever. Whether he's a heel, he could be a nasty heel when he wants to be, but he can also be an incredible face when he wants to be. He just adapts to every character he's given. And every match does not disappoint. Like, he can literally work with anyone. Anyone.
Yeah.
And, like, some of the best matches I've ever seen was with him in Lucha Underground. Like, the triple threat with him, Drago, and Phoenix. His many matches with Prince Puma. And, of course, his iconic death match with Vampiro. So,
oh my God, yeah, that shit was...
yeah, that was a good one.
Again, man, there's a reason why he was a 3-time Lucha Underground champion. He deserved it. So yeah, Pentagon Jr., Pentagon Dark, Penta El Zero, whatever you want to call him, he deserves to be on the best list, in my humble opinion.
Penta Oscuro.
Yes.
Penta Oscuro? What?
Penta Oscuro, right? I've been watching the product. I'm pretty sure that there was a Penta Oscuro somewhere.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, during the House of Black thing, and he just came up like a spooky, scary skeleton behind him.
Shivers down your spine.
Yeah, from like out of a graveyard, and then he was basically the same exact person, and there was no difference.
Yeah, and his boy Alex Abrahantes was like, Penta says,
as he's wearing like fucking goth gear or something.
Yeah,
I don't know what he was
so sick.
Exactly, that's what it was.
What?
He looked like a satanic priest or something.
Excuse me.
You're up, Sid.
Oh,
Hello?
sorry.
Awkward pause there.
My number 10 is, you're going to be like, why is he so low? It's my list. Get over it. My number 10 is Edge. I could not have him in my top 10. He, another one of the wrestlers that was crucial in my childhood. He was one I always watched all the time. And I remember the stupid shit that they'd have him do on WWE. And I would just be like, what is going on? It's like the funniest shit ever. I loved
Where's
it.
the sexy Lita?
Oh, Jesus.
What in the Jesus Christ was that?
That they both do not want to do.
Christian, your partner is having sex on live TV.
Your partner's having live sex on TV.
If you close your
Christian,
I see this shit.
Straight up, Christian is more relevant now than ever because of
Right.
the overzealous asshole on AEW. But before then, he wasn't relevant only because he had an edge.
Oof.
Listen.
Yo, listen.
Yo. Listen.
Anyway, next up is Nicholas, actually.
Wait, no.
Oh.
Did you finish?
Yeah.
Sid. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Nicholas, you go, and I go next.
All right. Yeah, it's getting a bit dark out here, so I don't know if I'll have to put inside or not, but yeah, I'll work it with it for now. Number 10. I don't know if it's gonna be surprising or not, but I feel like I have to have her on the list just for like the last 2 years, because like in terms of just other female talent that are in the industry and have been in the industry, like there's a lot of good talkers or there's just a lot of good wrestlers, but I feel like Bianca Belaire right now is the best of both worlds and has been for just the last 2 years, and it's like no competition in terms of just athletic ability, strength, charisma, personality, character, all of that. Bianca Belaire is just the perfect character right now.
EST.
Everything.
EST. She is just so goddamn good. And I've been just a massive mark for her since 2019. Like she should have like beaten Shayna Baszler, honestly. She
Straight
was
up.
so goddamn over. And just fucking hell. She's the fact that it didn't take just NXT, it took WWE a full-on, like, I want to say 5 years to put a title on her is just ridiculous. Especially with some of the other wrestlers that they put titles on in that time. Like, she so deserved the title. And
I think it's 4 years because she signed in 2018 because of the Mae Young Classic she was in.
But Mae Young Classic was the first Mae Young Classic was 2017, correct? Was she in that one?
Yeah, it was 2017 because the
Then that would be 6 years, not 4.
The Cruiserweight Classic was 2016. So yeah, the next year was the Mae Young Classic. But yeah, that she didn't really make her debut in NXT until a year after.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, like when Becky freaking beat her in 21 seconds, God, I wanted to physically assault someone. That was so horribly done. I absolutely despise. Oh, excuse me, sir. I absolutely despise quick title changes, and I absolutely despise it with just super over people. Honestly, so yeah, no, that was so not deserved for her. But yeah, no, WrestleMania 38 absolutely redeemed that moment for me, and she's been on such a good run as of yet. So yeah, give her multiple title reigns. She absolutely freaking deserves it.
Mm-hmm. All right, on to me. I got 2 people on my top 10. I can't leave these 2 out. They're not a tag team, but I think these 2 are one of the greatest to do it, and one of the greatest entertainers of all time. For number 10, we got one that is a five-time WCW champion. And can you dig that, Saka? It's one of the greatest commentators, in my personal opinion, just because of his outrageous commentary. From like saying no bread, no water, just meat. And he said that.
I forgot he did.
And now we got Booker T is on my list. and one of the greatest entertainers of all time. I think he should be Triple H at WrestleMania.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. 100%.
Like he should have. He should have been world champion in WWE, but again, well, he actually was world champion with King Booker. But again, they did that run so bad too. And again, I wish they did more at that. But ever since he went to TNA and did other things too, like he did great. When he was again Black Snow, that's it.
I'm Black Snow.
And he like
Booker T in here. I'm Black Snow.
and then
Hey, no Booker T in here. You can talk to Booker T later. He's somewhere else. I'm Black Snow. He talked to a fucking auctioneer that entire night.
it's the funniest thing. Like, it's just the funniest thing that Booker T has done. But Booker T is entertaining himself. And also on my list, I can't leave him out. I just can't. It's just a little biased for me. Eddie Guerrero. I cannot leave Latino. He beat up Asa, fool. And this is one of the greatest technicians, but also one of the greatest performers of all time. From his matches with Kurt Angle, from his match with Rey Mysterio, from his street brawl with John Cena, with his tag team with Los Guerreros, with just everything that he's done. And with Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, Brock.
Like, he can make a match happen. I wish we got Eddie Guerrero versus Shawn Michaels. I wish we got that match.
Oh my God, that would have been amazing.
That would have made. But Eddie is so smooth when he wrestles. You can do high flying. He can do technician. He can do striking, grounding. You can name it. When he was a heel in WCW, when he had the mullet and everything, he was great at it.
Kind of like how I have my hair now.
Is also one of the most entertaining ones because he can make it funny that's unintentionally. When he did the chair trick, when he falls to the ground, somebody hits him. The funniest thing. He invented that. And also the other thing, we have the Big Show when he was shitting all over the place. Y'all remember that?
Yeah, I really did want.
Well,
Where's the Big Show?
Well,
everything about Eddie was just screams talent and entertainment, and he is one of the greatest to ever do it. So let's go. I think was it Josh? No, was it Jason?
AJ, Jason, and Josh.
AJ, what's your number 10?
And AJ.
Muted.
You're muted.
AJ, you're muted.
We are a professional podcast.
All right.
They're silencing me.
All right, number 10. No doubt, everyone should put this man on the list because of his creativity, his characters, and his in-ring skills. The Eater of Worlds, the Firefly Funhouse, and the Fiend, Bray Wyatt.
He's not on the
He's not on my list.
No, I just removed him from my list, AJ. How do you feel about that?
I'm disappointed at y'all, but damn.
Oh, so
because
First time.
Bray Wyatt, no doubt, one of the best in ring technicians, characters, and he has a great mind. And this is somebody that Triple H needs to bring back.
AJ, you're yelling.
Now.
Please.
Now. Whoa, now.
You're so hyper, AJ.
Anyways.
Turning his own.
Anyways.
Do it through sign language, AJ.
No, don't even attempt it. You're gonna offend so many fucking people.
There's a whiteboard in that corner. Go and friggin'
right on that.
Right.
There's a extra marker.
Make letters with your action figures.
Yell.
Don't yell, for fuck's sake.
Make letters with your action figures. Just figure it out.
They're cheerleaders now.
All right, let me just finish my thoughts. Oh my god, Bray Wyatt is no doubt one of the best out there. Anyways, Triple H.
Okay, that's all we need to know.
All right, who is next, Julian?
Jason.
Okay, go ahead, Jason.
Yeah, Jason.
Yes, I'm just gonna go next here.
All right.
Thank you.
Number 10, No doubt, he is phenomenal on the mic. Kevin Owens.
Can I also just say he also put a man through a table?
Yes.
He
put a man.
Amazing talent, and I love his promo work. He
Yeah.
is funny on there. Even with his
Great.
story with the whole Elias Ezekiel little saga going on. He
Yeah.
made
Which
that
one is
very
who?
entertaining. I had low expectations on that storyline, and Kevin Owens made that great.
Me,
He
made
made
gold.
me laugh on that, and that became one of my favorite stories.
All right, Josh, what you got?
All right,
Let's
so
look
number
him up.
10, this doesn't mean he's like the worst. Number 10 is just like a general list, pretty much. Number 10, I've always loved this guy ever since I was a kid. I followed his career through many of the companies he's wrestled for. He's one of the best promo talkers, probably one of the best in-ring performers of all time. The one and only Judas in my mind.
I become, man.
He is
Julian, didn't you meet him?
Y2J, Lionheart, the man of many names, leader of the band Fozzy, Chris Jericho, Le Champion,
Fozzy sucks.
the Demo God, the Wizard Guy, the man of many
The
names.
Doctor Strange?
The wizard guy.
Wizard guy.
The wizard guy. I'm pretty sure that was like wizard guy was like the villain in like Stranger Things 3. I'm pretty sure.
What in the Harry Potter's going
The
on?
Wizard Chris Jericho.
Wizard guy.
Potter was
What
Apparently,
incarnation?
Jericho likes
Wizard
to throw
wizard guy.
fireballs and-
Wizard
guy
the
is-
Waverly Place.
Wizard
What in the
guy.
Selena Gomez?
I swear Wizard Guy is going to be the villain
yeah.
in Stranger Things season 5, 100%. He is
Chris
The
Jericho.
fifth one.
the fifth one.
Bold of you to assume they're even getting a fifth one.
They only had 2.
Vecna will open the 5th gate, and out will step out the Wizard Guy.
Please, no, don't mention the B-man.
You will
But
destroy
anyways.
every.
Oh God.
11
Chris
8 got
Jericho,
shit on Wizard
you know,
Guy.
I've always loved Chris Jericho for years. I have to just say the Wizard dude out of spite because I gotta add some comedy in here. You know? Express some light. Because AJ kind of just, I don't know, did something strange. I don't know when he talked about Bray Wyatt.
Neighborhood.
Doctor Stranger
But-
Things.
Doctor
Did no one get my fucking reference? Wow, you suck.
Oh, I got your
Right,
reference. Didn't
Thank
you?
you.
Jericho is on my list. I've always liked him, you know. He brings such a good attitude when he's on the mic, you know. His charisma is absolutely amazing, you know. The gimmick that I thought was the funniest, I mean, everybody would agree with me, is probably the list. You know, when he had that list, that had me. Like, Jericho is a
wow.
guy to come up
Wow.
with his own, like, gimmicks. It's like,
Julian
when the
and-
list thing happened, it's like, they made that shit funny. Like, remember when they were looking for the list and he's like, so help me find the list. Rollins has the list. And
It's Braun.
then Braun has the list. He's
And
like,
then
"I'm
Mahal.
back, please. Here's your list, Chris.
Doctor Stranger Danger.
Hey, that's Chris Jericho with a fireball.
Hold on a minute. Are you dissing She-Hulk right now?
Excuse me?
I'm
Jade Cargill?
You better
I
think
will-
very carefully about your next sentence there, brother.
I'm just
Josh Jade Cargill.
we will say
This is going nowhere.
this is
I'm trying to talk
everything's
about
going
why-
down.
Okay.
Continue, Josh.
Battle.
But Jericho just, you know, he's a class act, you know. I would appreciate you, Chris, if you weren't such a douchebag in the public world, you know, but I know you're Chris Jericho, you're hot shit. I get it, but
No.
No.
but I said that with sarcasm, but number 10 goes to Le Champion, the Wizard, Y2J, whatever you want to call him, Chris Jericho.
All right, Joey, you're back up to the plate.
Oh God, damn it!
God damn
Hey, I'm a member of JAS now.
it.
Listen,
Oh.
Yeah.
Fight, Owens, fight.
Dude, number 9 for me is Kevin Owens, Kevin Steen, however you want to call him. I've been following him since Ring of Honor, before he even was in WWE. I remember seeing his matches with El Generico, and it was just so fucking amazing. Kevin Owens, like, again, like, I agree. Everything Jason said, like, he can make anything work. Like, he made a stupid gimmick like the Ezekiel gimmick work.
That was funny.
It was hilarious. It's like, you're what?
Just, it was so good.
God, it was so fucking hilarious. And his matches are incredible. Like, he cannot put on a bad match. Like, hell, you can put him in a match against an Invisible Man, and he'd make it work.
You got a good match out of Ryback. So that gets respect for me.
Great. Like,
yeah. He got it. He had a good match with Ryback, which with Ryback, that's impossible because he sucks.
Wait, who's Ryback?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's better you don't know.
Yeah. For everyone watching this, if you know, you know.
You know.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Ryback.
Oh,
You are yelling. Stop.
Damn.
God damn it.
Hurting my head.
You've condemned AJ to Twitter, where Ryback also is condemned
It's
to.
hurting my head. Anyways, continue, Julian.
AJ, shut the fuck up. Okay. Yeah. Anyway,
Andy, stop yelling, please.
for the love of God, or we will kick you out for the rest of the episode.
For the love of God.
So, yeah, Kevin Owens, an incredible wrestler. There's no doubt about it. His career spans for almost 25 years now. It's insane how long he's been doing this. And a lot of people wouldn't realize it because he's only been in WWE for the past 8 years. So, yeah, Kevin Owens. All right. Sid, with the last brain cells you have left.
Because this little bitch.
My number 9 is Asuka.
Really?
I love her so much. I think that she's hilarious. First of all, if you haven't seen her Instagram, please go do
Yes!
Thing.
it is literally the funniest shit I have seen.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
Watch her YouTube channel, Kana-chan TV.
What? Okay, you're gonna have to send that to me, because I have to check that out. I just think she's hilarious. She has just a great personality, a great talent. I love just everything about her, the look, just everything. I think that she has an incredible talent, and I've seen some great matches with her. I can't see it. You gotta turn your brightness down.
Shit. There.
Yes! I love the Infinity War one. I think that's my favorite one. Where she photoshopped herself. Oh my god, Julian. But yeah, I gotta give it to her. She's one of my favorites. So Asuka's my number 9 pick.
Nicholas.
All right. Quickly, I think freaking Dr. Stranger Danger or whatever from the 5th dimension or whatever is taking the power from my phone because I'm at like 10%. So, do you mind if I quickly like run through my top 9 and try and charge this so I can stay on?
Okay.
Because I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to stay on this. All right. So run quickly. Number 9 is Kevin Owens as well because fucking hell, just amazing promo, just insane matches. Again, like sort of similar situation to Bianca Belaire in a sort of way. All of the same great characteristics. Number 8, Claudio Castagnoli. Like, holy shit, that dude is just everything you'd want in your top wrestler in your company, the face of your company, and the fact that Vince didn't see that is just so goddamn stupid. And yeah, I hope they give ROH a TV deal at some point because if he's just sitting there as sort of a semi-mid-carder with the ROH belt just randomly showing up every few weeks, that's just a crime against him because he's so freaking good, man.
Yes.
Number 7, I'm going to have to give it to the American roller coaster, Cody Rhodes, because, dude, again,
something, Cody Rhodes.
Something.
yeah, because He's best because he beat Seth Rollins with one titty, and he is also literally, when he returns, he has to beat Roman Reigns, and he is like, I'm putting him as number 7 because of what I think is going to happen in the future, which is not how this works, but still, like, he needs to be and can be the face of the company, and is just the absolute right person at the right time to beat Reigns. Speaking of Reigns and all that stuff, number 6 is have to be Jon Moxley, actually, and he's only gotten on there recently because I've never really been the biggest fan of Moxley. Honestly, like, he was sort of there for me, and I was fine with it. I liked his promos, his wrestling was whatever. But as soon as he came to AEW, and especially in the last year, where he's been carrying this company, he's just been phenomenal. Blackpool Combat Club, the matches with freaking Tanahashi, and the matches with Jericho. Dude has been just fucking carrying this place, and he's so good. Blood and Guts. Oh my god, that was insane. Yeah, no, and he's totally the face of the company right now. Totally deserves it. Yeah, he is 100%. He deserves to be in any sort of Hall of Fame at this point. He's so good, and everything he's been through. Number 5 is who's number 5? Number 5 has got to be Zack Sabre Jr. because technical wrestling is like I was never really the biggest of it until like I saw guys like Bryan Danielson and perfecting that craft, and it really got me realizing what like true professional wrestling could be. And Zack Sabre Jr. just takes it at a whole other level. Like, dude's like limb work is just ridiculous, man. Like, it looks like he's actually fucking hurting people, and it's awesome. Yeah. And it's a crime we didn't get him versus Danielson. It's a crime we didn't get those two in a match.
I got a match recommendation. PWG, Zack Sabre Jr. versus Pentagon.
Oh my god, that sounds ridiculous. I don't know how I haven't seen that.
One of the best technical matches of all time.
I'm gonna have to see that. Yeah, I know, because I know his stuff from PWG is fucking ridiculous.
I love PWG.
Him versus Roderick Strong was just insane. Yeah, no, that I got to see that. Number 4, also another guy that kind of recently got on here for me is Rey Mysterio, because like, again, sort of a similar situation with Moxley. He was always just sort of there for me, and it was like, all right. But just looking at current wrestlers now and just like analyzing things and analyzing all the context, the dude has not, like, in terms of his wrestling, he has not changed. Like, literally, he is as smooth as he has ever been. It's insane.
Doesn't age.
Like, he doesn't age. He's so fucking. It's insane. Like, he's been wrestling since like what, 94 or some shit. Like, and dude is still as good as he's better than the fucking new guys now. The 100%. New luchadors. Like, those guys like botch like every match or whatever. He never fucking does. He never messes up. He's so like smooth, and like promo wise, it's on and off for me. But dude is so fucking good, and like just looking back,
I do want to say something real quick. WWE could have elevated Grand Metalik by having him beat Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah. No, you could have done. Sure. Yeah.
Grand Metalik is super underrated. I love Grand Metalik.
Yeah, and he's in. I think he was in the AEW Dark tapings, right?
I feel so bad for him.
Yeah, dude deserves so much better. All the people in freaking Lucha House Party.
Grand Metalik hasn't signed an official contract with AEW, so he could go back to WWE if he wanted to, because he had a good relationship with Triple H.
Yeah, no, they should bring him back. Yeah. Number 3 is gonna have to be Bryan Danielson, because I mean, I'm pretty sure did somebody talk about Bryan Danielson? Yeah, somebody did. Yeah,
I did.
Again, like, first, like, his wrestling, like, it's so funny to me that like I just have this image of in my head, 2010 Bryant just being, rookie or whatever, and then just looking 3 years back at the freaking bald head, just freaking like
it doesn't seem real. No,
like it doesn't make sense to me in my head that he's like this monster that fucking breaks people's skulls in Ring of Honor for like 8 years or whatever, and all of a sudden he's like this small, tiny little man. It doesn't make sense.
That became world champion.
It's some weird paradox.
Him too.
Yeah, no, but yeah, his stuff, even his stuff recently is so good. The stuff with freaking Moxley,
dude,
Blackpool Combat Club, the Hangman matches were ridiculous.
Dude, that Hangman match, every
Kenny
match.
Omega, the freaking 30-minute. They have to run that back. They got to run that back. Inevitably, they're going to have him versus Castagnoli. They're gonna have to have that match, and that's going to be a fucking classic. They're gonna be talking about for years. Man, they're gonna talk about that. Hell, I want to see him versus MJF. That'll be ridiculous. Speaking of MJF, number 2 is MJF. Like, holy shit, my opinion on him has been basically the American roller coaster over the last 4 months or whatever, because I hated his guts back in May, man, with the whole Wardlow shit. But after that promo and after everything with CM Punk, dude was fucking right. Dude was 100% right. And like with AEW getting all the WWE guys, like it was sort of a thing I wanted to ignore, but it's like it's so true. It's like it didn't work for TNA, it didn't work for WCW, and like it's a tale as old as time. It's a tale as old as time, and MJF fucking got that right. But enough about the last 4 months, because that would not give enough credit to the fact that MJF is the best promo in wrestling. Period. No competition. The dude is just fucking spot on with every single promo he does. Like it's an art form. It's an art form. And even with the matches themselves, it's like there's so many guys out there like they're great promos, but the wrestling, no, he's even fucking amazing in the ring. And he's somehow the most heel wrestler as well in terms of his selling, in terms of like just every little thing. It makes you fucking want to punch him in the face. It's so good. But yeah, last but not least, this may be a guy you guys know about or not. I don't know. This is again sort of going back to the whole diving headfirst into all into the deeper parts of pro wrestling knowledge and lore. My number 1 favorite wrestler still to this day is going to have to be Mitsuharu Misawa. If you do not know Misawa, if you've never heard of him, literally go search up on YouTube Mitsuharu Misawa versus like fucking anybody, Samoa Joe, Kenta Kobashi, Toshiaki Kawada.
Dude, those matches were brutal.
Dude, like, and this is a thing for me, like, with Mitsuharu Misawa, I never want to see a wrestler like him again. I never want to see his style, and I never want to see matches like his again. Because those matches were legitimately so fucking dangerous. Like, literally, they could have died at any point in those matches. And so, I don't want to see anybody do that shit again, because somebody could legit get hurt. And that's why I so fucking love him and those matches still, because those are just like a point in time that will just never be replicated again, that you'll never see stuff like that again. It only exists there, and because it's not continuing on, I feel like less inclined, I guess, to just constantly hate it. Oh my God, yeah, no. The fact that it's a testament to just how bad that style was, to just how just overall horrible those matches were for him, that it killed him, basically. It killed him, and it shortened the careers of all those people involved. But yeah, no, just those are still like those are the most that is the closest pro wrestling I feel like can get to like a real sport. honestly, where people are trying to just fucking either kill each other or like beat each other. It feels like an actual, like, they're trying to win. Not a lot of matches feel like that nowadays. It all feels a lot like, it feels very coordinated. These don't. Those matches, Masawa's matches, they never did. It just felt like fighting to survive. And yeah, you have to see at least one of his matches in your lifetime. That's just a thing for me. You have to see one of his matches in your lifetime. And that would be my list for me.
All right.
Yeah.
Then go on to me.
Yeah.
Number 9.
Wait, let Nicholas has to get his.
Yeah, no, I don't know if I'm gonna. I might be back. I don't know. I'm gonna charge this and see how quick it goes. I might try and come back later. But yeah, if this is it, thank you guys for having me on again, and I hope I can do this again at some point. But I still think I'm gonna come back on later. So ignore all of this. Bye.
All right. See you, Nick.
All right.
See you, Nick. See you, Dad.
All right.
All right. Go on to my number 9.
All right.
My number 9 goes to the Olympic gold medalist, Kurt Angle.
That's a great pick.
I had to put Kurt Angle on my list. From my first match I ever watched him was Rey Mysterio, SummerSlam 2002. That match still slapped to this day and one of the best opening matches of all time.
Straight up.
Fast and Furious, and you can't catch a break. And that was Rey Mysterio's pay-per-view debut, I believe.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, honestly, with Kurt, like, he is one of the best technical wrestlers. I wish we got Bryan Danielson versus Kurt Angle to this day. I think that match will have slapped, honestly. But just the way he wrestled, just the way how intense he was, and his run in TNA was not forgettable at all. He had great matches day in and day out with people that you don't expect. Just one all-time greats, my personal opinion. And I think Kurt Angle is definitely, again, I think now he's really unappreciated because he's just like there as a legend. But if you look back at what he's done, I think a lot of people will be a bigger fan of it. Just the way he also was entertaining too. But the way he entertained a lot of people, me and myself, I watched the thing today with Kurt Angle. We had a promo on Rey Mysterio. That was the most like stupidest thing. It's like, you a boy in a man's world. God, I can't even say that without even laughing. But Kurt Angle's on my list.
For sure.
He has to be.
Right.
All right.
Loudy.
Loudy.
Loud. All right, it's Adrian's turn.
Please don't yell, please.
All right. Fine. Crash and burn. Acknowledge me. Roman Reigns.
Really?
Champion.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Because Roman, this dude is actually one of my favorites. Not from 2016 Roman to early 2020, but from summer 2021 to now, the head of the table has improved. Like, I used to hate him back then, but now with the head of the table and everything, I just fucking love him. I hope he never loses that title, but have it at some point. But yeah, he's your guy. But Roman Reigns is number 9.
Yeah, I mean, I was the same way. I never really liked Roman like the way people like him now. But I liked him he was always a great wrestler in my opinion. But this character he's got going on now, it's like everyone is like loving him and stuff like that. So yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. I'll be honest with myself. I think with Roman, I saw an interview with him with Impulsive recently, and honestly, again, I still in the middle of him because there's sometimes I just want to punch him in the face, and just sometimes I just hate him with a passion. But he is a great as a heel. Stop standing right there like a statue. But he is a great as a heel. Like babyface was shoved down our throats day in and day out. But when he turned to heel, that really elevated his career. And I really think if he keeps on doing what he's doing, I think he could be awesome. I think he could be up there at Mount Rushmore if he keeps on being the great heel he is. I think he's going to JBL. I really think so. But I kind of agree with you, AJ. I kind of agree with you there. All right, Jason. Number 9.
Okay, number 9. That's gonna go to. I'm sure you guys can figure out what I'm doing right now.
Adam Cole, baby.
Hey, I follow this guy since his NXT days. Ever since then, he has put on some great matches, and heck, even some 5-star matches with Gargano. So,
Definitely
had a couple takeovers, and then I was definitely surprised to see him in AEW when he debuted last year. And I've been enjoying his run so far, and heck, even his Twitch streams. I think he plays a lot of Chug's Army. Be sure to join that army. With an awesome community on there, and some great entertaining Twitch streams. So I love his in-ring work and his Twitch streams, and since then I've become a bigger fan of Adam Cole.
Yeah.
Baby. So Adam Cole, number 9.
Gotcha.
All right. So number 9 for me, this guy, I followed him since Impact Wrestling. I followed him to New Japan, followed him to the Indies, to now him being one of WWE's top superstars, one of the top guys in the company that I think needs to be on TV a little more. I'm gonna go with the phenomenal one.
Knew it.
AJ Styles. I always loved AJ Styles. He's always been a favorite of mine since, I've watched him in Impact when he was world champion and to New Japan as the leader of the Bullet Club at one point. Then, him being a free agent, coming to WWE and surprising the whole world, shocking. I won't even say surprised. I'll say shocking the entire world, being the third entrant in the 2016 Royal Rumble. And I was saying, I had visions in my mind as a kid. I'm saying, what if he came to WWE and put on matches with John Cena and Triple H and just whoever you can put him in a ring against? And sure enough, they put him against John Cena. They had a whole big rivalry, and I was like, this is what I imagined when I was younger, and look at it now. It just aged perfectly. So number 9 for me is the phenomenal one, AJ Styles.
All right.
Apparently. All right, who has got to join? Number 8.
Number 8, we're going to the women's wrestling world. Come on now, I have to.
Yes!
Athena, aka Ember Moon. So underutilized, so underappreciated, so underrated. One of the best high-flying women's wrestlers ever, in my opinion. Well, second best, because I got another one coming up later on. She has had some of the best matches in NXT history, in my opinion. The matches she's had against Shayna Baszler, the matches she's had in just against anyone. She couldn't be, even though she couldn't really dethrone Asuka, the fact that she became the champion right when Asuka left to go to the main roster tells you everything you need to know how big of a deal she was. The fact that they brought her up to the main roster and did nothing with her.
Absolutely nothing.
Just tells you everything you need to know. But when she went back to NXT and teamed up with Shotzi, that was a good team. That was a great team.
Yeah.
But then Mr. McMahon took over NXT for that. No, I mean, Mr. McMahon took over NXT for a little bit before he got retired, pretty much. I think he got fired, really. But Athena just was so underutilized because, she was a tag team with Shotzi. But when Tegan Nox came back, they brought her up and Shotzi as a team, which didn't make sense because they were never a team to begin with.
Exactly.
It made zero sense. And she's not even doing that well in AEW. She's on Dark. That's it. She's only on AEW Dark.
Yeah.
She hasn't had it.
Yeah.
It pisses me off. And just how little AEW cares about their women's division. Because Athena should be the top. She should be at the top.
Yeah.
But, of course, Tony Khan being Tony Khan, that's not going to happen. It just pisses me off how unorganized the women's division is. They deserve.
I mean,
I'm going to say this right. Yeah. I'm going to say this right now, and I hate to shoot because again, some of you have AEW monks or whatever, but I hate to be that person that shoots on it. But it's funny enough how all the men get like basically 1 hour and 30 minutes, but only the women can get like maybe 45 seconds at least. It's funny enough how they do that.
That's the thing I agree with you, Lucas. Yeah, the thing is like Athena should have won the TBS title at All Out.
100%.
Yeah.
And
thank you.
I'm glad she's competing for the interim women's world title this Wednesday. Well, the following Wednesday at Dynamite in New York City. So
another interim women's championship.
Yeah, because Thunder Rose is out with an injury, so Toni Storm's the champion at the moment. She's holding it down, but I would like to see their AEW's women's division grow because they have very, very little, and all they care about is Britt Baker, Sheeta, Jade, but
they can elevate
that are on Dark, like Emi Sakura, Athena.
Yeah.
Band a little bit, Nyla Rose.
What's up, Julie? Go ahead.
I can easily say one of the best matches of the last year, in my opinion, was the tag match. Ty Conti and Anna Jay versus Penelope Ford and the Bunny.
Yeah.
In that tag team death match.
Like the street fight death match.
That tells you that the women's division can do a lot better in NXT. Also, Britt Baker with Thunder Rosa. People have forgotten about that match, apparently. How great that match was.
Twice.
But yeah, continue.
But yeah, it's like they should bring like the women that you see on AEW Dark, like Emi Sakura. Like, they're not even doing anything with Nyla Rose, which sadly pisses me off because I love Nyla Rose.
Yeah. She's all right. Continue.
But
anything else you need to say, Joanne?
Nope. My number 8 is Athena. Ember Moon.
All right.
Go on.
All right, y'all shut up. Sid's going. Y'all shut the fuck up.
Thank you. My number 8 is, of course... What is my camera doing? Is, of course... Alexa Bliss. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why is she so low? Well, again, it's my list, but I feel like there are other people who are just a little bit better. Now, the reason I was drawn to her in the first place was the dark Harley Quinn-esque look. And that's what, brought me in and kind of, just kept me there. And I just kept watching, and I just really liked what she was doing. Now, I'm going to say this right now, and it's going to piss a lot of people off, but it needs to be fucking said, and I'm pretty sure I've said this before, but I'll say it again, because it needs to be fucking addressed. It doesn't matter how popular you are or not within the wrestling scene.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to praise one person for stepping away to get married, but don't do it for the other person... That makes you look like a fucking hypocrite.
Yep.
Because that's exactly what I was fucking noticing when it came to Alexa Bliss stepping away to get married, and then Charlotte Flair stepping away to get married.
Yeah, Alexa got so much shit, but Charlotte didn't.
Charlotte didn't. And I know it's because of who she married, blah, blah, blah. Still, it doesn't matter who you're marrying, whatever. Be fucking respectful.
Right.
It doesn't fucking matter.
Thank you.
Yeah, and plus it's these old men that never had a chance with Alexa to begin with.
No, exactly, and it's so annoying. I respect people's opinions on liking whoever you like, whatever. I may not like Charlotte Flair, but kudos to her for getting married and doing what she wanted to do. That's great. But it's the same thing with Alexa Bliss. I would wish her the same as well. She's still a fucking person.
Exactly.
Don't be a dick. Anyways, that's all I have to say.
I'll add on to what you said. Doesn't matter who you marry, doesn't matter who you're in a relationship with. Doesn't matter if they're a wrestler, singer, pop star, bodybuilder, whatever their title is. You don't just shit on someone because they're stepping away to get married. That's their personal life.
Exactly.
They want to be with that person. They want to spend their life with that person for the rest of their life. Let them be. They'll be back before you know it. And yet, to you old fucking men that's hide in your mom's basements and go on Twitter and look up pictures of, the women you'll never get with. You just, keep digging yourself a bigger hole. Because your grave is only waiting for you just a lot longer.
And keep dreaming. Keep dreaming.
And keep dreaming while you'll be sitting there doing nothing.
Not that real, and not fucking real girl. Like, bro, why would you do that? Like,
PSA: go out there, meet somebody, and get a real job.
Exactly. Thank you.
So anyways, who's next?
Anyways,
it's Lucas.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's me, and everyone's coming in. My God, they let Daisy here. Can get Daisy out of there, please? Anyways, my number 8 goes, and a woman actually is on my list.
Amen.
And it goes to Lita. Gotta go. Demons. But yeah, I got a person on here right now that's keep interrupting me. My bad. Shut up. But Lita deserves to be on my list for a reason. Deserves to be on my list for a reason. And Lita, from her style of wrestling of extreme and just aiming like this, she wasn't like anyone else. She was her own every single time. Yes, again, she had a thing with Matt Hardy and Edge that did piss me off. But just the way her rivalry was with Trish Stratus, and just really, if it wasn't for Lita and Trish Stratus, and I don't think the women's division would ever be the same. I really think so. I think those two are pretty much the pioneers of what the women are today, and the people that I look up to. And a lot of people look up to it for a good reason. Alita's theme song was absolutely great too. And I just love Lita. I was drawn to Lita. And you have your Trish Stratus, you have your Alexa Bliss, you have your Rhea Ripley's. But I was drawn to Lita. That was just me. All right, AJ. Which number 8?
All right. Number 8, and it's gonna be also Alexa Bliss, because shut up, Alexa. But anyways, Alexa Bliss, no doubt, one of the best in-ring competitors and talent in the WWE. Like, ever since her main roster call-up, she's been really impressed in me, bro. Like,
here's something I found on the web.
Shut up! Damn it!
This is one of the most successful women in WWE.
Alexa, stop!
I knew it was gonna happen at some point.
But anyways, Alexa Bliss is no doubt one of the best talents out there. Like, thank God WWE made a move on her. But yeah, I agree with Sid, because with all the old man, sad, pathetic men out there who's gonna be on Twitter and all the social media trying to stalk her, like, bro, you already cost her fucking hell. Like, you can't, like, oh my God, I'm just sick and tired of Alexa Bliss's fans. I mean, they have some fans out there that are actually fans out there, but I'm just sick of the people who are just gonna basically, do something that we shall not do to them, because we gotta respect them. But Alexa Bliss, no matter what, and for all the people out there who just sees wrestlers getting married, don't be fucking jealous. Get a life and just fucking find someone, okay? That probably looks similar. Like, for example, Rey Mysterio, he was looking for a Lita-looking girl, and he unfortunately found his wife, but he redeemed himself. Anyway. No, but Ren was like looking for Alita. I think he confirmed it one point, and that was heel life. But I just hate the way fans are to Bliss.
Can you
can't
speed
even
it up, please?
just go. Okay, anyway.
Speed it up.
Shut up! Alexa off.
All right.
Anyway,
that's all we need to know. That's
That's
all
all we need to know. Jason, get you number 8, please.
All right. Number 8, one and only Ricochet.
Really?
That's a great pick.
This guy.
I don't mind that pick.
From NXT days, puts on hell of a great match. Every single time he steps into the ring. Holy shit. It blows my mind that this dude can put on great high-flying matches. And
oh yeah,
he makes it work. Yeah, that's all I gotta say, really. Do I have to explain more? No, he's just that damn good.
damn right he is.
You know what?
I really love Ricochet. I'm glad it's on your list. Glad it's on your list.
I mean,
all right, Josh, what you got?
All right, number 8. Always, you gotta love him. You can't, hate him. You gotta. You. I don't know anybody in the world that hates this guy, but I've always, loved him as a kid. Definitely somebody I grew up watching. Number 8, the Dead Man, the Phenom, the Legend, the Icon, the Undertaker. Man, you cannot go wrong with the Undertaker. Just one of the most absolute greatest wrestlers to ever step foot in the square circle. And definitely one of the greatest to lace up a pair of boots. I will be the one to say it right now. Just his characters, the American Badass Undertaker, Ministry of Darkness. I loved his last match, which basically he wrote out in style, the Boneyard match at WrestleMania Pandemic Edition. The Undertaker he had so much. He had many iconic moments. Won as many world titles. Definitely one of the greatest world heavyweight champions of my childhood. I still remember Undertaker as world champion in 2009, feuding with a guy named Phil, who was in the company then, but he's from Chicago, an American. But Undertaker as world champion was my favorite things. Definitely the match with Rey Mysterio he had at the Royal Rumble in 2010 was.
Yes, that was a good
that. I watch it back and I'm like, Undertaker is the man. So number 8 goes to the Undertaker.
All right. I like it. Back to you, Julian. Number 7.
All right, I'm just gonna go through mine real quick because I actually gotta head off in a little bit. So I'm just gonna play the themes. Number 7, Kota Ibushi.
Yes.
I mean, come on now. Number 6. Or we can have a fucking ad. I hate this so much.
Oh!
Walter or Gunther, however you want to call it. Number 5. Please don't have a freaking ad. Io Shirai. Come on. I mean, how could we not? Io Shirai's she was the other high-flying women's wrestler that I love that I was talking about. Number 4. Hold on. Come on. Okada.
The Rainmaker.
Come on now.
Rainmaker.
Number 3.
Yes.
Laundry.
Number 2. This one might surprise a couple people.
Really?
Number 2 is Dakota Kai.
Hell yeah.
Been my favorite for many, many years. And number 1, I mean, I think it's kind of obvious.
You think you know?
Yes.
the radar superstar, Edge. So yeah, thank you guys so much for having me. I gotta head off. Follow me on Instagram, HeavyMetalJoker_music, and AJ, you talk too much.
There you go.
And Alexa from Amazon is not Alexa Bliss.
Okay. Let's just settle and everything like that. So let's go to number 7. So I guess Sid.
My number 7 is Bianca Belair. Come on now. What do you mean? Of course, my top 10 would not be complete if she were not on my list. I mean, what is there really to say about her that hasn't been said already?
Right.
I mean, she's great. She's phenomenal. She knows what she's doing. She's got the talent and charisma. She is such an amazing athlete.
Very.
I mean, just look at what she does as of recently. Like,
yeah.
The only match that I was like about as of late was Clash of the Castle. Because she didn't do jack shit half the time.
Shame.
Wanted her to do more.
Right.
But I still love her nonetheless. I think my favorite match of hers still has to be, I believe it was NXT between her and Rhea.
They always put on great matches.
Yeah, both of them together put on hell of a great match. So that's my number 7.
My number 7. My number 7 is mentioned already, but I've been following it from Ring of Honor to New Japan to WWE. The phenomenal AJ Styles.
Yes, sir.
Come on. I cannot with AJ Styles because this man is the modern generation Shawn Michaels to ever put on matches every single time and deliver. He always puts on great matches. Whoever works with. Hell, he can work with I don't fucking know a Jinder Mahal and then make a great match with him. Like he puts on great matches every single time. Great gears, great theme songs from day in, day out. Great run in TNA, great run in Ring of Honor, great run in New Japan. Check out his match with Shinsuke in New Japan. Phenomenal match. So AJ Styles is number 7. What else can be said? All right, AJ,
All right, AJ, go.
Do not rant and do not be loud. Oh, okay. Oh, it's Kenny Omega? Okay, thanks. Thank you for telling us. That's all we need to know. It's Kenny Omega.
Oh! Okay, I guess fucking Jason
All
then.
he showed was Kenny.
Whoa. Why are we kicking him out? Whoa.
I was not finished. The fuck? Anyways, my number 7 is Kenny Omega because he's
I can't see him.
Greatest out there in the indie world. I don't care what y'all said, but Kenny Omega is one of the best in the ring. Even though he could be a little bit dangerous, like in the ring, like when he gets hurt sometimes, but you just gotta love him, man. Even though all the stuff in AEW happening, but I still love him regardless. So
here.
Okay. All right.
Jason.
Go ahead, Jason. What you got?
Number 7. We're gonna go with Athena.
Really?
Pretty much what Julian said. Her matches have been great. I do wish she can be used more in AEW, but oh well, it is what it is, I guess. But otherwise, every time she steps in the ring, no matter what, she always puts on great matches, and hopefully AEW can see that eventually.
Hopefully, eventually.
Yeah, I have hopes about that.
I don't have hopes because they don't do shack shit for women.
I guess I'm just too nice.
Josh.
Oh, all right. So number 7, I changed it up at the very last minute to a women. So number 7, this one may surprise you guys and maybe a little bit shocking. I'm gonna go with Toni Storm.
Really?
I'm not.
Toni Storm, let me tell you, ever since she left WWE, you gotta admit she put on phenomenal matches in AEW. You know, being signed to the women's division as one of the big faces really changed it a little bit. You know, AEW, come on, we got to add more women to the roster. Come on, we can't just be doing a Britt Baker, you know, Dynamite Rampage every week. But we it's all good. I'm really glad, you know, she left WWE when she did because you know, they really in NXT she put on great matches. She went to she came from NXT UK at first, then went to NXT in the States, put on great matches there. Then went up to the main roster. They really didn't utilize her right, and she got fed up with the company, so she left. Then signed with AEW, and look how she evolved. Like, I'm sure you guys can agree by just the improvement. And now look at her. She's the interim AEW Women's World Champion. I mean, I was very
There
lucky
we go. There
to
we
get the
go.
chance to meet
Welcome
Toni
back.
Storm and talk about who she wanted to face in the company. Because I asked her when I went to the meet and greet, you know, who do you plan on facing in the future in AEW? And she just wants to get in the ring with everybody, she told me. So who knows? We could see Toni Storm versus Thunder Rosa maybe in the future for the Undisputed Champion, to crown the Undisputed AEW Women's World Champion. So number 7 goes to Toni Storm.
All right. Number 6, I think.
We just saw him Clash of the Castle.
Mm.
He should have won, by the way.
Yes.
Mm.
Still pissed about it. None other
Mm.
than my boy Drew. Hello.
Mm.
Drew
I could
McIntyre.
not have him on my list. This was another one that I really got into when I got back into wrestling. I loved his style. I just thought he was fucking cool. Also, I love his accent. I'm a sucker for him. It's who I am. But I don't know. I just really drew to him. I think the first match I saw. Oh God, was it a Royal Rumble event? Oh, I think it was in 2020.
That's probably when he won the Royal Rumble.
Oh, yeah.
No, it was no. What was it? I'm really bad with trying to remember matches. I'm so sorry.
It's all good.
Was it this one? I think it was when he went up against Goldberg. Hold on a minute.
Yeah, because I remember he won the Royal
check.
Rumble.
Double check.
Oh, Drew versus Goldberg.
Yeah, that was the first one that I saw. And I really liked it. I loved it a lot. And I just kind of been watching him ever since.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
I can't wait to see what else he does. Honestly, I
Right.
still think he should have won against Roman, but that's just me.
Yes.
Somebody said I'm not going to get into it because I'm literally going to rant about it, and I don't want to do that. So, Lucas, you go ahead, brother.
I mean, I'll add one thing about McIntyre. You know, when he first came up to the company, you know, I wish he was treated that way when he came up. But it's like, when they gave him that stupid, goofy gimmick and then they released him, I'm like, there was your world champion right there. But then Drew got in good shape and came back. And look at him now. He's evolved.
Yeah.
Look
Yeah.
at Lucas.
All right, yeah, you want to take my spotlight. Number 6 goes to, I've just pressed the in the middle. You think you know me. You never did.
My man.
From him doing Judgment Day, from the Brood, from his solo run in 2001, from the Radar Superstar, it's Rated R Superstar. I have to get Edge on here.
Of course.
I have to, because again, from him being a great face, a great heel, he's just great all around. Like, he can play sassy asshole. He can play a great baby face with grit. But him reinventing himself every single time is great. When he was Judgment Day, I loved him even more. He came in high, but I cannot put him higher than these people because how much it impacts me. But Edge is definitely, again, one of the greats in the world. We know his matches with AJ Styles, his matches with Randy Orton, his match with Rey Mysterio, his match with John Cena, Randy Orton. I can go on and on.
Right.
But Edge is one of my favorites. Yeah, Doomsday. But But yeah, Edge is on my list, and let's go to was it AJ? Yes, it was AJ.
Yeah, it's AJ
Yeah.
after me.
It's AJ.
And you're muted.
You're
dumbass.
muted, AJ.
You're muted.
Hey,
App so much. Anyways,
Keep
my
your
number
voice
6
down.
is Kevin Owens. I love him.
Kevin Owens. All right.
One of my favorites of all time. I mean, not like number one, but oh my god, he's just one of my favorites because of his matches, his character, his storylines in general. I just love this dude, and I don't want him to be released from WWE ever because this man needs to stay because he just brings out some good matches. I just watch his matches all day, bro. I just love him. Anyways, next person,
Jason.
American.
All right.
Jason.
Okay, we're on number 6, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do this. I don't know if I'm doing it right, but
Yeah.
The Viper guy.
Yes.
yes, the Viper guy.
Randall.
The voice
Randall Viper Man.
Count to me, they understand. They
Okay,
talk.
we already know the lyrics.
Keep going.
Randall
Keep
Keith
going,
Ryan.
Jason.
AJ. I really appreciate it.
Keep going.
Kobe.
Randy Orton. Who else talked about Randy earlier?
It was me.
I
Yeah,
think
Lucas
Sydney
did.
also talked about
Pretty much what
Randy.
you
was
Not
fun.
yet.
Great storylines. One of the top guys. I hope he comes back soon. I hope he recovers so he can continue on with the storylines where he left
I miss
off at.
Randy very much.
Because I'm actually really interested. And yeah, that's
I
all I
miss
really
Randall.
have to say. Really, Randy Orton, number 6.
All right, Josh, number 6.
All right, so number 6, I grew up with this guy as well. This guy's a legend. This guy's put on a lot of great matches. I really, I cried when he retired. I cried during his last match. Number 6, the Heartbreak Kid, the Showstopper, Mr. WrestleMania, Shawn Michaels. Definitely another one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. I love HBK. He's, nowadays he's knows what good talent is, and that's what I like about the past wrestlers that know what the future holds for today. You know what good talent is and stuff like that. HBK, one of my favorite matches I ever watched. I wasn't born then when this happened. I wish I was. The late great Razor Ramon versus Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 10 for the undisputed Intercontinental title in a ladder match. Definitely one of the best wrestling matches. Definitely one of the best ladder matches I've ever seen. And I have the Shawn Michaels Mr. WrestleMania DVD, and that's one of the matches on there. And, I put that DVD in every once in a while, and I'm like, I remember some of these matches. And one of the matches that I really love as well was his feud with The Undertaker. Like, WrestleMania 25, 2009, going back watching that, it's just like him coming out just dressed like The Undertaker. Him with the white hat, the trench coat, and him coming out like The Undertaker was just like, Michael's heel, face, whatever he did, he was great at it. Especially back then, especially during when it was WWF, he was really, really great as a heel. And, then, towards the modern day, he was, more babyface around that time. And, he's still with the company. He's the vice president of talent relations, and he's doing a great job with that. And, I still cried at WrestleMania 20 after WrestleMania 26 when he lost to The Undertaker, which was his final match. But I was happy he got inducted in the Hall of Fame because he really deserved that with the career that he had. So number 6 is good old HBK, Shawn Michaels.
All right, Sid, what's your number 5?
My number 5 is none other than Jeff Hardy.
Yes!
Now, listen, I know that he's been through a lot of shit in his life, especially recently. Yes! Especially recently. And that's not what I'm going to be talking about.
No.
Though I do acknowledge it, I understand it. I've had people in my family with addiction issues, so I've seen it firsthand. But we're talking about his career. Now, I've always loved him since I was a kid. And when I first got into wrestling, it was also around the same time that I was getting into the music that I was getting to. So seeing the people that I liked in music with the colored hair and then seeing Jeff Hardy with the colored hair, I was like, okay, I have to do this. And it was kind of like an inspiration for me at a young age to be like, that's what I want my hair to be like. So that was like a huge thing for me that drew me to him in the first place. But it was like, you know, the Janko jeans and the jewelry and everything about him, like
And
his
the nail
entire
polish.
yes, the entire look was just, I loved it. And I loved that he still does it. That he never
Yeah,
really
like,
changes it. He changes it, but he doesn't change the actual style, the face paint, all of it. I love everything about it, and it's just, it reminds me of some of the good parts of my childhood. So I'm very happy that he's still wrestling, but under the circumstances, I hope he gets better and he
Yeah.
comes back better. So in my thoughts, 100%.
I miss Jeff.
Yeah.
Come back.
All right, so my number 5. Let me tell you something. I gotta put
Wait, how about Nick? He's here.
Nick already got his list.
He already did his list.
Yeah, I already did mine.
Oh, I guess he's just chilling here then.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I'm just hanging out right now.
I guess you're deaf. Number 5 to me. I gotta tell you something. It's the game. The cerebral assassin. A man who did crotch chops and dick chops.
And the man who knows how to run WWE.
And runs WWE and NXT before. It's Triple H. From his days as Hunter Hearst Helmsley, from his days when he was in D Generation X. Yeah, suck it. But my God, what the hell is he? Oh, if I wear overalls for a second. But honestly, like, I just love Triple H from his work, from his heel with Shawn Michaels, from what he did with the amount of time with China. Like, just everything about him just screams just a legend. Like, he is a legend in the making, for making great matches, from moves at WrestleMania to make great stars. For example, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Ronda Rousey, Daniel Bryan. Like, he made great stars at WrestleMania, and Batista too. Yes, he was a bit selfish during this year when they kept wanting to have to bring a tear, but he was a damn good heel that should be in the Hall of Fame. He should be in the Hall of Fame.
Exactly.
The man deserves it, man. Man deserves it.
Exactly.
All right, AJ, if you're still alive.
AJ, are you alive? Earth to AJ.
All right, you know what's number
My
5.
number 5 is
Lower your voice.
my
Start again.
number 5 is Maxwell Jacob Freeman, MJF. Speaking of him, congratulations on his engagement. Yeah, but anyone doesn't know already, but he's engaged now. But ever since, like, okay, I've been a fan of him since Double or Nothing. Like, no, actually, no. Since his days at Grimm's Toy Show. Like, when he first appeared on there, I was like, oh, this dude's gonna be the
when
future.
he was the cop and like the clown.
Yep, all those shit,
all
man.
those, yeah.
And then when I actually saw him wrestle, though, like, when I'm watching him, I'm like, holy shit, this dude's impressive. And I'm just researching him, and I just found out he is the biggest prick of all professional wrestling. But that's his character, because this man doesn't need to be nice. This man doesn't need to be a dick. This man just be him, because he doesn't give a fuck, especially when he flips off an 11-year-old. And I actually had the pleasure to meeting this man in 2020. I wish I could show you all a picture of it, but he
you met him and he flipped you off.
Yep. He did.
Butch.
But Matt's will take a 3 minute
You
is
don't
number
put me in.
5. Ever since his return, he's become one of my favorite AEW wrestlers of right now. Like, out of CM Punk and Kenny Omega and all those guys.
I mean, you can't forget about that dog collar match
Yeah.
with CM Punk.
Yes, for sure, man.
Man
All right.
went to war.
Number 5, Jason.
All right, what do you got?
For 5.
Asshole.
That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
Really?
yeah. Okay.
Dummies.
Miz.
So good.
My balls are massive.
I don't have tiny balls.
I don't have tiny balls.
Yeah, my
just
balls
his
are too.
comedy and his matches, and his reign as Intercontinental Champion.
That one, check.
From what when I was first watching. Wow, that
Come on.
got
It's
me
not
hooked into
shy.
his matches
It's not
immediately.
shy enough.
He has been on an awesome run lately in WWE, and I'm sure he has a great future with the company, especially with Triple H.
Yeah,
in the lead.
for sure, man.
So yeah. Miz,
All right, Josh.
number 5.
The awesome guy. Yes, number
Yeah,
5
awesome.
for me. This guy, still do what he does best. He's one of the greatest luchadors of all time. He's definitely one of the biggest reasons why I am still a wrestling fan, and definitely one of the main reasons why wrestling's my passion. And he's definitely one of the guys I grew up watching, along with some of these people on the list. That will be mentioned later on. Number 5 is the master of the 619, the ultimate underdog, Rey Mysterio, the cover athlete of WWE 2K22, rightfully deserved this year. Rey Mysterio is just a legend, a future Hall of Famer in my book. Definitely a 5-star. He puts on great matches, and him, introducing his son to the sport was definitely what I wanted to see in like a couple years. Years from now, seeing his son, follow in his footsteps, and that all changed very quickly. And
more Eddie's footsteps, I'll be exact.
But when Rey, Rey's matches with Batista, Eddie Guerrero, him winning the tag titles with Edge, him winning the world title at Mania, him accomplishing winning the Royal Rumble. Just, I watched him and I'm like, Rey Mysterio is still going. He's, I think, 48, 47.
49?
He's somewhere in his 40s, but, Rey Mysterio can still wrestle.
47.
He's 47?
Yep.
Rey Mysterio can still go. Like, it's like, you see these guys that have wrestled years ago, and it's like, these guys are in their 40s now, and they can still go with just a little bit of training. They have to get back into that shape. But Rey Mysterio never lost his mojo. He never lost anything. And, he put on great matches when I was younger with Chris Jericho, Dolph Ziggler, Undertaker, you name it. Like, any of the guys he stepped foot, I've always wanted him to be WWE champion. That was one thing I've always wanted for Rey Mysterio, even as a kid. But Rey Mysterio did that in 2011. But sadly, dropped it to this guy in like 5 seconds. But number 5 is Rey Mysterio. You can't leave him out.
All right, Sid. What's your number 5?
You mean number 4?
4. What about 4?
Number 4 is someone you said was not on your list, but he's on mine. It is none other than Seth freaking Rollins. I mean, come on. I love the dude. His outfits are crazy and eccentric. I love them. He's a great personality. He really is. And I feel like he's kind of, he's good at promotions. Personally, that's how I feel. He's hilarious. I mean,
exactly. Like
that's like the one, other than the actual wrestling itself, that's like the one main thing that is really important when it comes to wrestling is the promotion. And I feel like he's great at it. He adds comedy to it. It's everything about him is just fucking hilarious. I love the dude.
Especially Seth like laughing as he's trying to sing Cena's theme song. Like Lucas, you remember when Cena came back for his 20-year anniversary, Seth Rollins in his cool ass outfit. Ha 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 ha. Like he adds like you can't go wrong with him.
You can't. I love the dude. I think he's fucking hilarious.
This gimmick, like now as Seth friggin' Rollins, is probably the best thing.
It's my favorite one. It's my favorite one. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's my favorite one. I think as of this year, when I finally started watching it again and like watching the pay-per-view events with you guys, I started to get a little bit annoyed that he just kept losing every single time. Personally, I think overall my favorite match of this year of his has got to be between him and Riddle. Absolutely phenomenal match.
Which one? The castle, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely phenomenal. I mean, I'm so happy he finally won for once in his life.
Right.
Like, it's been a long time coming this year, but I thought it was a great match. I thought he did really well. He's really great with his fake outs too. Like when you think that it's the end and you're gonna have him tap out. No, he ain't tapping. But I really love Seth, so that's my number 4.
I mean, how can you not love Seth? He's entertaining.
He really is. All right, Lucas.
All right, number 4 is about drive. It's about power. We say hungry. We devour. Put in the work. Put an hour.
No.
And I got. he knows what's going on. I got the most electrifying man and all it's sports entertainment. I got The Rock. Come on.
The Rock, man.
I'm gonna do it before you. Sorry, Kai's over here like he's trying to. No, you look like you want to eat the remote.
The Rock.
But The Rock, honestly, I grew up with The Rock around 2010, and it was because of the SmackDown DVD when he was like back and introducing people or whatever the case may be. And I look at his matches when the DVDs with Hulk Hogan, his matches with Triple H, his match, with Stone Cold Steve Austin, and The Rock is a damn good performer, but also a really good entertainer.
He is.
This man can do anything on the mic. This man can do anything he can suspend the world around his finger. But his title reign is not the best because how short it has become. But and he says down. Batista is down. Yes, Braun Strowman in the aim match, y'all. But yeah, The Rock deserves to be on my list from his way to entertain people and just to roast people in general. Like, it never should be matched again. The Rock is his own, and he should never be replicated ever again.
Right.
And that deserves my list. All right, AJ, what you got for number 4?
All right, my number 4 is the Scottish Warrior, the Scottish Psychopath, the Warrior, I think. I don't know, whatever you want to call him, the Scottish Warrior.
Yeah.
Drew McIntyre. You have to put this man on this list because I've been a fan of his since his NXT days. Like when he had that NXT Championship match, which I watched, I'm like very impressed with him, and he's been one of my favorites since. Like this man just really influenced me back to really get into wrestling more. Because Drew McIntyre is no doubt one of my favorites of all time as well. Because he's just a great competitor, man. Great promo, great mic skills, great in the ring, and he overall a great human being. Also, just not too long ago, I made an end of him, with his Titantron and then his render, and I shared it in my Instagram story on my wrestling account, HE.wrestling, by the way. And then all of a sudden he peeped on it. Like, bro, that's the biggest flex I think y'all ever seen. Like, holy shit. I think barely people get to get McIntyre's attention, and I'm just so happy that that man just saw it unexpectedly. I really expected not to him to see it, but I did not expect that. Anyways, Drew McIntyre, number 4.
All right. Jason, you number 4?
Jason.
4. Scissor me, daddy ass. The Acclaim.
Yo, listen.
Number
Yo,
4.
listen.
Yo,
Sydney's like, what
listen
the hell?
up.
What the fuck, Richard?
Sydney, check out The Acclaim.
Pause. Hang
That's where
on.
we all got that catchphrase from.
Scissor me,
Yeah.
daddy.
Scissor me, daddy ass. They are so over with the crowd. Come on, Tony. Give the titles to them, please.
Yes,
I
please.
love you, Tony, but please. Let them win on Wednesday. Me, AJ, and Josh, we're going to see that in person. And
I
we better
hope.
witness that live.
Let's pray to God that they
They're
do
crowning
win
as
this
new
time, because at the
AEW
end of the day, they were robbed.
Yeah. They have put phenomenal matches from All Out, from Dynamite's Rampages,
Yeah, they evolved
Dark
so much.
Elevations.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah,
All their
the
raps-
Acclaim has evolved so much. Like,
all
I'm
their
really
raps
proud.
are phenomenal.
I always say the Acclaim.
No matter what it is.
Yeah.
Is that Josh? Your name is not Jason. Okay, my name is Jason. It's nice to meet all of you here. In case you don't know who I am.
I take the.
Yes. And anyways,
I
the
video.
Acclaim has evolved since they became All Elite, and they are probably a top tag team in AEW right now. Coming up
Yeah.
with the catchphrase "Scissor me, daddy ass," which
Top
is
selling
so
show in
funny.
AEW.
Which is so funny. It's the best thing they ever came up with, and that's pretty much what got them over. Pairing up with
man.
the Gun Club from the Ass Boys.
Let me hear you say
Ass Boys.
Yeah, man. A lot
Oh,
of shit.
that also got them over too. Now they're pro with Billy Gunn.
A
That
legend.
helps them. So the Acclaim, number 4. They better win. And remember,
This
scissor
Wednesday,
me,
new
daddy
tag
ass.
in the building.
Yo, listen.
All right.
All the disses are great.
All right, Jason, you got you been AJ your ramble, but Josh.
Yes, I think we're all losing our fucking minds, but
I've already lost it like 10 minutes ago.
I already know
Me
about the
just
book, so okay. You get a free pass.
My head is killing me.
So number 4, can't go wrong with this guy. This guy's a homie, man, a real one. He's one of the greatest of all time, a future Hall of Famer. I want him to come back. I miss him. Too bad he's injured right now, but Randy Orton, the Viper, Apex Predator, Riddle's homie, man, or Riddle's best friend, whatever you want to call him. You know, Randy Orton is a legend. He's put on so many great matches, had many great title runs, the youngest world champion in WWE history. And, you know, Randy Orton's accomplished a lot, you know, followed in his father's footsteps. And Randy Orton, you know, with Riddle, you know, him and Riddle as a team was just so funny, you know. Randy acting like the guy who's like, you know, Riddle, you're fucking annoying sometimes. Oh, Randy, bro, I'm trying to be like you, man. You inspire me, bro. Like, you know, it's the chemistry with them two that goes so well together. But it's just Riddle is the comedy act of the whole team. And Randy's just, he put on a great match. His feud with John Cena, his feud with, his run with the Authority too. If anyone doesn't remember the Authority, they made Randy Orton their bitch. So, but Randy Orton had a lot of great moments. Wrestling Jeff Hardy was one of my favorite feuds of his. Him and Jeff Hardy just went all out together. Like, they put on great matches. And, currently Randy Orton's injured right now. I'm hoping he comes back probably by the end of this year. So I'm kind of curious to see if they're going to keep the team of him and Riddle, or are they just going to, say, oh, it was good till it lasted. Go on your separate ways, and Randall just be Randall. But number 4 is Randy Orton. I mean, how can you not love him? He's the man.
Man. All right. Sid, number 3.
Josh, I'm gonna have to raise you one and put Randy at number 3 for me. Because he is just another pivotal part of my childhood from when I watched. Josh pretty much said a lot of what I was going to say, other than I don't really care for him with Riddle because I can't really take Riddle seriously. Just, I can't do it.
Hey, Randy.
Hey, Randy.
I can't half the time with him. But I think one of the most memorable matches for me with Randy is, I think it was Hell in a Cell 2018 with Jeff.
With Jeff Hardy?
And that fucking screwdriver. Jesus Christ.
Oh, God, Randy. Why'd you do that, Randall?
Randall. No, but it was a really memorable thing for me because I hated it. I hated that specific moment, but I loved the match. It was good. Yeah. So that's my number 3. Lucas, what's your number 3?
My number 3. What? Number 3. What? It is the Texas Rattlesnake, Stone Cold. Stone Cold. Austin.
Oh, hell yeah.
I got you, because his importance in WWE not right now, but just back then was what WWE needed. Because again, Monday Night Wars, because again, the WWE being in Monday Night Wars. If it wasn't for Stone Cold versus Vince McMahon, we would have watched WCW by now. We would have, honestly. I'm gonna say it right now, and y'all gonna bash my head in, and I do not care, because you're gonna be the weakest all you want. But I think personally, Stone Cold and Vince is the greatest rivalry of all time.
And it's
I personally think so, because the way that, again, it not revolutionized WWE, but just like really made what rivalries are meant to be, that are bad-blooded enough. But their rivalry was just amazing from start to finish. He can just talk his ass off and just put on great matches with The Rock, with Vince. You can put him there with Scott Hall, the late great Scott Hall. But he's just a great wrestler. Just honestly, one of the great Mount Rushmores up there that made WWE what they are today. If it wasn't Stone Cold and the Vince rivalry, I said, we would have watched a different company as it is today. And I think again, Stone Cold should be talked about to be up there, because again, deserves to be up there. Just deserves to be up there, honestly. That's just how I am. All right. AJ, number 3.
I'm
before AJ goes. Sid.
Let Sydney say her like.
Who?
Yeah.
Josh used wrong pronouns. Okay. I'm gonna say my other 2 because my migraine and headache is getting worse and I need to go take care of it, but I want to finish my list. So number 2, I'm gonna get a lot of shit, but I don't care. Is Becky Lynch. I think she's phenomenal. I don't care what anybody says. I think my favorite match of hers is between her and Sasha in Hell in a Cell, and I think that she did phenomenal in Royal Rumble 2019, I believe it was. Obviously, everyone here knows my number 1. It is my love, Rhea Ripley. I think she's phenomenal. I think she has an incredible talent. I think that she has a great personality. I mean, especially with recently at Clash of the Castle when people were booing Judgment Day. She said, "Ah, shut the hell up."
Shut up.
I thought it was so funny. I think she's hilarious. I think that her gear is incredible. Everything about her is just, I have no words. She is just amazing. She is the reason I got back into wrestling. She just is. She is like me. Like, outfits, everything. And she likes most of the same things that
She
I
fits
do.
you. She fits your personality.
Exactly. So that's why I'm like, okay, I love her. I'm gonna watch her stuff, and then I just kind of got back into it. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this episode. I'm sorry I have to leave. I wish I didn't, but I have to. I got new glasses, and this happens every time I get new glasses. My eyes are still adjusting to them. So, be sure to watch the next episode. Be sure to check out Cinematic Analysis and the Moshcast. We are having an episode come out tomorrow. I'm sure they're going to talk about it, so I'll let them do that. But I'm out of here. Peace.
Yes, it. All right, so I'm the star. I'm the star of the show. I guess we're too entertained, too out of control, and that's the reason why all of us got crazy.
Right.
About why people left.
Leave the boys.
Some of you bitches ramble too much. But anyways, let's go to Jason for number 2.
All right, who you got?
Wait, no, wait. Is it? No, it's AJ number 2.
Yeah, we're on 3.
Get muted.
AJ, you muted.
All right, my number 3 is the phenomenal AJ Styles. I just love the dude. Fucking amazing wrestler. Probably next Shawn Michael, but he has a good couple years left, man. I do want to see him fight some more talents. You know, like we saw him recently with Bobby Lashley. Like that's a fucking dream match. I do want to see AJ Styles versus Karrion Kross. How about that? Like, if AJ ever moves back to SmackDown, which probably not gonna happen, and if Karrion Kross is in the same brand, I just hope this man fucking fight him because I would love it. It's gonna be a 5-star classic. Anyways, AJ Styles number 3 because of his in-ring skills, mic skills, and promo. Anyways, next person, please.
Jason.
Oh, me?
Yeah,
yeah, dumb bitch.
All right, number 3. Adrenaline in my
soul.
Something, Cody.
The American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
Yes.
I honestly did not understand the hate when he got in AEW.
Yeah,
I really did not. It wasn't really necessary. I enjoyed his time with AEW, but I think he's doing great with WWE. I know he's injured right now, and I'm sure he'll become a way bigger star when he returns.
He's probably gonna come back.
He's the rightful person to be the next undisputed Universal Champion. You know what?
He's
the
got
American
a lot,
Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, or the American Roller Coaster, as Nicholas said.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Josh, number 3.
All right, number 3. This man is probably one of my other childhood favorites. Grew up watching him as well. A lot of the guys on my list are like guys I grew up watching and I still love to this very day. Number 3, you know, he's now the head person in charge of this whole showboat. He's the man giving everybody that was fired their jobs back. He's the man who's the game, the king of kings, the cerebral assassin. You know, the man who is the best at entrances at WrestleMania. Always delivers the best entrances. The one, the only, the game, Triple H. Now, I freaking love Triple H. He's just one of the very best in the ring, you know. His moveset, his character, everything about Triple H is just great. You know, him, you know, after wrestling, you know, following, you know, him still being involved with the company now, actually being the head of this company is, you know, he's bringing a lot of the fans back. So that's what I really, liking him, and I like how he sees great talent where it stands. Like, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have had NXT as a actual wrestling show where we know good talent where it is. And, Triple H, I appreciate what you do for the world of wrestling. And, it sucks that you didn't have one more match the way it should have been. But you went out on a good note. You put your boots in the ring as every man should, and you're one of the greatest to ever lace up a pair of those boots. So number 3 is Triple H. In all honesty, he's the man.
All right, number 2 for me goes to a main names: the Dead Man, the American Badass, the Collector of Souls and Digging Holes. It is
Undertaker.
You took my spotlight, you bitch. I'm gonna choke the shit and not a kinky way. But hey, pause. But it is the Undertaker. From the way that I saw him wrestle Rey Mysterio, the first match I saw him was John Cena back in 2003. And ever since then, the American Badass, I was hooked onto that. But he always knew characters he did with the Dead Man, the Holy Trinity, the Ministry of Darkness. I don't care what y'all say. In popular opinion, the Ministry of Darkness is his best character. I'm sorry. From what he did with, again, sacrificing people, almost embalming Austin alive, just what he did just to scare people cannot be replicated because of the times that we live in right now of sensitive marks. But I personally think Undertaker is one of the greatest of all time. I think he is one of Mount Rushmore's great performers that was in the business because he put on great matches with Shawn Michaels, Triple H, CM Punk, Brock Lesnar. He had great matches with Bray Wyatt, great matches with AJ Styles. Great matches. Great matches overall with Randy Orton. He puts on great matches day in and day out. Every single night. Yes, he had that shitty match with Roman Reigns. But
let's not talk about that.
yeah, that match again. Just because of the way Undertaker was, flipping around. It could be potential, but he was flipping around with bad hip. So that already didn't work. But Taker's on my list, without question. For the way that he performed, entertaining and everything like that, he deserves to be in the Hall. He actually is in the Hall of Fame, but it should have been done a long time ago.
Exactly. Yeah. Right?
Should have been done a long time ago. But his legacy and impact will never be replicated. Without question. All right, AJ, number 2.
I gotta give it to this man. Number 2, the Le Champion, the Demo God, the Paymaker, Y2J, the Wizard, whatever you want to call him, the Lionheart, Chris Jericho, the lead singer of Fozzy. You cannot make a list without Chris Jericho because Chris Jericho can do everything. Whether in WWE, whether in AEW, don't matter. Chris Jericho is the greatest of all time, in my personal opinion, besides Stone Cold and The Rock. But Jericho is pretty much the underrated one in the Attitude Era, as far as from in-ring skills and promo skills. I loved the promo when he was in a promo segment with Stephanie McMahon and Rhino. I was like, oh, that's so funny, and that's why I love Chris Jericho, man. But with his recent album on Fozzy, not feeling it. But his music's solid. From the Judas and all that stuff, and his earlier stuff, but yeah, man, Jericho is an icon, and he'll never be forgotten. A future Hall of Famer, perhaps, in WWE, hopefully.
Hopefully, if he gets on good terms and gets the head out of his ass.
Yeah. Anyway,
Christopher.
Jericho, number 2. Next.
Jason.
Jason, American.
All right, Jason.
Number 2, the SmackDown Women's Champion, Liv Morgan.
Yeah.
Really?
And
Whoa.
love that.
I love it.
That
She
hot?
has had a successful year so far, becoming champion, winning Money in the Bank. She's one of the top females in the division right now.
Of course.
So yeah, she has talent. She has the potential to become one of their top stars right now.
Damn right, man.
Liv Morgan deserves number 2.
Yes.
In your list. Josh.
All right. Number 2, definitely this guy always was a favorite of mine, I'm sure. And I know a lot of people, always are inspired by this guy. People want to become wrestlers because of this specific superstar. This guy's wrestled all over the world, from WWE to AEW. Part of one of the greatest tag teams in tag team history. Definitely puts on, 5-star classic matches. He's the ultimate daredevil. He's the enigma, charismatic enigma, if you want me to go into a hint on that one. The master of the Swanton Bomb. Number 2, Jeff Hardy. Now, Jeff Hardy inspired me to be myself as a kid, and growing up to being a young adult today. Jeff Hardy was one of the wrestlers inspiring me to be myself. And say come up with any type of character you want to, and you can play that character. And I love Jeff. He changes his appearance. He's an ultimate daredevil. He's a risk taker, and that's how I describe myself. I kind of describe myself a lot like Jeff Hardy. I'm a risk taker. I like to try new things out, and I kind of relate to Jeff Hardy with the setbacks that he's had in his life and the challenges I faced in my childhood life. So I kind of relate to many of his situations, like him with his rehab, which I will not get into full detail, like him, with going to prison. It's kind of like me with the struggles I faced. And Jeff, when he goes in the ring, he's that different person, makeup, armbands, tattoos under his, jacket or whatever, or shirt, whatever kind of, however you want to describe it, what he wears. Jeff's just an ultimate risk taker. If he's gonna go up on that ladder and do a move, he's gonna go up and do it. If he feels the pain, he's gonna feel the pain when he goes down crashing. But man, I could say Jeff is crazy. Jeff's put on matches to WWE, AEW. He hasn't had that many yet due to his, his thing. I could say in good news, which I can confirm today, Jeff is doing really well. He's out of rehab. I believe so. I think he's almost done with rehab.
He's almost done with it.
Yeah, he's almost done, and he could be on his way back to the ring very soon. So, just wanted to deliver that good news. So, but number 2, is Jeff Hardy, hands down.
All right, see you, dude. All right, my number 1. Everybody should know this. If you know me as well as you do, you should know this. Let's just go with story time. It is my time to get the spotlight. No one. As Nicholas stole my spotlight. Great. So it goes to the Master of the 619, the ultimate dog, the biggest little man of all. Biggest little man, not of all time, but you know what I mean. It is Rey Mysterio. I cannot leave out Rey Mysterio on my list. There's no way.
Of course not.
Come on. There he is, pretty much the greatest mask of all time. And I think that, again, from the way he was in WCW, putting great matches with Judah Guerrero, Joseph on the Lighter, Ultimo Dragon, Eddie Guerrero.
Yep.
matches in WCW with Psychosis. Like him, whenever he goes, puts on great matches. In New Japan, all in. They great matches, everywhere he goes. And he does not. He still, it's aging, with his knee injuries. But when he was in his prime, this man can do everything. I mean, everything. He had, again, my favorite finish is 619 because how unique it was. It's not like a cutter, a DDT, a choke slam that everyone uses. He had his own material of it. No, his greatest rival of all time is Eddie Guerrero. Without question. And the story about that, the reason why he's on number one is because once upon a time, as a little kid with autism and ADHD, I remember my dad getting a DVD of Rey Mysterio. It was WrestleMania 22. So, a little bit back then about me. I didn't know what wrestling was back then.
Yeah.
But again, I was gravitated toward him the way he does things. And he gets to the match, or his biggest match of his career. And like when he came out of POD and just jumps out of the sky,
yeah,
I saw nothing like it. I was immediately in a heartbeat just drawn into Rey Mysterio. No one else do that. And when he came out, I was just rooting for him. And once he won the title, I was really a fan. And that has never changed since. I still think, in my personal opinion, that match is one of his best matches. And it sucks that the crowd didn't pop like harder than it was. But still, it was a great moment because he did it for the late great. Rest in peace, Latino Heat. Rest in peace, Eddie
Guerrero.
Yeah. It sucks that Eddie has to pass away. And won the Rumble for him, too, at number 2 as well. Like, there's no one else can do it. He brought Lucha Libre into the American culture. If it wasn't for Rey Mysterio, we wouldn't know what Lucha Libre was in the American culture. We know in Mexico, everyone knows like El Santo, Mil Máscaras, Guerrero.
Right.
But Rey Mysterio brought something into the Lucha Libre to America that no one else is going to replicate. Yes, you got your Rey Phoenix, your Pago, you got Pentagon Jr., Penta de San Miro, and they call him. But no one ever will replicate Rey Mysterio, what he's done with the business. And I think that he was go down as the greatest to ever do it. That's just me. AJ, what's your number one?
My number one tonight, ladies and gentlemen, my number one is the man, the architect, the visionary, the revolutionary, the beast slayer, the king slayer, whatever you want to call him, Seth fucking freaking Rollins. You cannot deny that this man is a character. He does great. Architect days. 2016, 2017, and then 2018, but except for 2019 he does. That was shit. But 2020, 2021, 2022. This man fucking did it. Like, he's a former world champion, US champion, tag team champion, and IC champion. This man. Yeah, Seth Rollins, man.
Yes.
He's the greatest of all time, in my personal opinion. And for the last time.
So that's just
I'm done.
Go ahead.
Alright, who next?
Jason.
Jason.
It's not Jason.
Go!
Right. Anyways, number one, this wrestler got me into wrestling. The Undertaker.
I figured.
I knew it.
Ever since I I learned who he was, I of course got chills seeing his entrance for the first time. All his matches, it sends chills down your spine.
Oh yeah, it
And
does.
me being a horror fan myself, of course, The Undertaker has to be my number one. Because one, he got me into wrestling. Two, I love horror. And he definitely deserved the Hall of Fame spot, and it definitely was an honor seeing him perform live and in person one time.
Yeah. All
Well,
right.
Undertaker, number one.
All right, Josh. I know exactly who number one is.
I think everybody, you all know who my
Yeah, I
number
know too.
I'll just say it anyways because everybody said theirs. I'll say, so my number one, this guy got me into wrestling, just who he was in the ring, his character, his music, everything about him just, oh my God. And it just made me love it even more than I did when I first started watching it. Number one, the master manipulator, the rated R superstar, the ultimate opportunist. It's pretty obvious who my boy is. The rated R superstar, Edge.
No, the superstar.
Tony Schimmel. The rated R superstar. There we go.
Superstar
is number one. I have always been a big fan of Edge. When I first started watching wrestling, I saw Edge wrestle. I forgot who. It was back in 2009, Oh, wait, no. It was the Royal Rumble 2010. It was him when he came back from his injury. And that was the second time I saw him. The first time I watched a match with him in Chris Jericho. And, I was gravitated on Edge. I loved his character. I loved everything about him. Like, he was that kind of guy that just, just be like the badass, like that's kind of where I get my my energy from. I kind of say, a lot of Edge's things. Edge just lives in my mind. He's definitely my favorite. I love everything about him. And he one day, he gave me the reason to put a famous quote in my yearbook. Like, he said, like, he wished one day that he was gonna win a title. 2006 comes around, New Year's Revolution. Edge cashes in that contract, beats a bloody, battered John Cena, spears him, and wins his first title. So Edge says, you can do anything, I can do it too, And when he retires, and when he came back in 2020, I literally thought it would have never happened. I literally thought he was never gonna wrestle again after the first time. But it's always never say never. But he got another neck surgery. He was cleared, and I just think it just changed everybody's. I think I still have chills from that because I just remember going ballistic because I missed him so much, and I was like, I want to see who the guys of today he would love to face. And his matches with Seth were incredible. His matches, I want to see him face Finn before he leaves. I want to see, him go out on his own way. So, number one, Edge and it'll always be that way.
Yeah, seeing him on number one is always going to be that way. So, again, that's all of us. I know some of us is gone because it got too chaotic because, again, people are chaotic as hell. Again, I'm looking at you, some people.
Man, what a fucking chaotic episode.
Yeah, looking at some of you two assholes. But, yeah. So I'm going to go first. And I'm going to let all these people go first. And I'm going to get this shit done because I need peace in my life because y'all don't bring any peace to my fucking life. So pretty much it's the table for all of you. Fuck all of you. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this episode of Crash and Burn of my top 10 favorite wrestlers. I know it got chaotic, and I guess some people are just gonna say some shit about it and talk shit behind us, which again I don't fucking care about. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this episode of Crash and Burn, and I'll definitely see y'all later. Again, I don't know what we're doing for next podcast, anything like that, because Again, they got schedule. I don't have schedule, so I'm just gonna leave it open. And yeah, just get follow my TikTok, Lucas Rainmaker. I just posted another TikTok with trying out the headbang challenge. I fucking failed as usual. But yeah, just follow my TikTok there. Follow my Instagram, Lucas.100336. And yeah, I will see y'all later. And let's all these other people go. Let's just go in the fucking order. AJ, you go.
All right, go ahead.
All right, Danny. Thank you guys for watching another episode of the fastest rising podcast about professional fucking wrestling, the Crash and fucking Burn Wrestling Podcast, where we did our top 10 favorite wrestler. Yeah, it was chaotic, but I yelled a couple times. I think a lot of people got pissed off, and I really apologize to Joy and Sydney especially. But yeah, but I'm just your energetic guy, you know, and that's who I am. But But I hope you guys enjoyed our laughs and funny jokes that we all do around here on this podcast. But overall, I just really hope you guys enjoy our list in general, and comment down below what's your favorite wrestlers of all time.
Hey,
for you fans.
Oh shit.
And also
Jason.
go follow our social media. Go follow all the podcasts on social media, and then go subscribe to all 3 podcasts on YouTube. Go follow all 3 podcasts on social media, and also go follow our TikTok page at Crash_Monster_Analysis. And thank you guys for watching, and I'm out. You can go ahead, Jason or Josh.
And be your dad.
Actually, you know what? Fuck that. Josh first.
All right. Yeah, I'll get mine out of the way. Thank you guys for watching this episode of Crash and Burn. As we talked about our top 10 favorite wrestlers of all fucking time. Man, this was so much fun, yet chaotic. But we got through it, you know. We hustled in. So yeah, comment down below your favorite wrestlers. You know, yeah, he's doing the Jade Cargill, yeah. Because she's all about flexing, so stay tuned for our next episode. God, I'm losing my mind. Check out the description. Subscribe to all 3 podcasts down there. Follow all these amazing people on their social medias. Check them out down below. Check out Lucas's TikTok, like he said. I actually watched it. It was pretty funny. I gotta try that out for myself. And you guys can follow me and everybody else down below. It's all down there for you. Click the links. Check it out. Subscribe. We need more subscribers for Cinematic Analysis and Moshcast. Give them some love. Come on. Give them a big old hug. Come on. Tap that subscribe button. Tap the like button. Tap the bell. So we get some more people up in here. So thank you guys for watching. See you guys on the next one. The assassin is out. Got the guns loaded. Pow pow. Peace.
All right, Jason. You got the 4.
Thank you guys for watching this chaotic but fun episode of Crash and Burn. I would like to thank Julian for making a surprise appearance.
Julian.
Even though me and him kept it secret for a while.
Yeah.
And thank you to Sydney for coming on. Thank you for Nicholas, who's just chilling here right now, for coming on as well. 3 episode return. Yes, it's 2021 all over again.
Yeah. Woo.
But we hope you all enjoyed. Here are the next episodes. Crash and Burn. We haven't done this for a long fucking time. Since December of last year.
Wow.
Fantasy booking.
Yeah, let's go.
It's just Nicholas's favorite episode.
Yeah, let's fucking go.
So Nicholas, we hope to see you back on for that one too.
What day is that?
Next week. Next Friday.
Next Friday? Okay, I can try and do that. Yeah, I can try to do that.
All right. But again, it's subject to change in case you're not free, because I actually want you on for that one.
Okay, yeah, I'll try and show up.
And Moshcast, we want to wish a happy birthday to Emilio.
Shout out Emilio, everybody. Wish him a happy birthday.
It's gonna be his birthday episode for the Moshcast. And it's his top 10 favorite songs. So we're gonna listen to his top 10 favorite songs, and yeah, the episode just gonna be like a little personal to him.
Yeah, it's gonna be about him, and we're gonna enjoy it with him as a big
and for Cinematic Analysis, coming up is Free Guy
with Deadpool Man, Ryan Reynolds.
I love my life.
For all of those episodes, and thank you for watching this incredible episode.
All right, Nick, do you want to get your outro out of the way, or
all right, I'll do. All right. Thanks everybody for watching. It's been a pleasure to be back here. It's a bit different, the circumstances, you know. I'm out of college now. That's a sort of wild twist on the whole concept. But yeah, I'm hoping I can do this a lot more often. Bless you, Jesus Christ. Allergic to my outros. What the hell? But yeah.
My love, I'm sorry, my love.
Okay. So yeah. Thank you everybody for watching. And if you disagree with my top 10, fuck you. And yeah, that's gonna be a goodbye from me. So yeah.
All right. So that's me. That's AJ. That's Josh. That's Jason. That's AJ. That was Joanne Sid. We'll see you for fantasy booking.
See you then.
Crush and burn!